You're not tuning in with BG from your mobile device, airways, or maybe even your TV. Yeah. The real, the fake, the money, the power, respect. Even tough tops that might just leave you upset. The old, the young, the talk out the side of their neck. What separates just being good from the best? I did what I did, so I really don't have no regrets. Maybe real estate, cause we got a lot to address. Giving people their flowers before they get with the rest. If you disagree, just know that I still want you blessed.
Hey, Dad.
What's up?
What we talking about?
We back. We just fresh off of Denver and OKC, and we right here live real quick to talk about the playoffs. And we got some shit happened last week. Luke, I'm glad you here to me be at least a kind of an equal ground. I think you're kind of an equal ground. But I posted a lot of the clips from last week's episode, and man, a lot of people was on Billy Top, no Diddy, and namely one of them being my big dog Z. Dog Z was like, "Dog, what's up with your man? Dog, what does he talk about? His logic don't make sense." And we gonna have our final, last time we doing this GOAT talk. Might get into who in the top 5, who in the top 10, but really we talking about why X player is the best player of all time. But before we get into that, again, I got my dog Luke with me. I got my dog Z with me. I got my dog Billy with me. This ain't y'all first time seeing none of them, so y'all already know what it is. Denver just tied the series 1-1. I mean, took the lead on the series 2-1. Just took the lead on the series 2-1. What y'all think of the series so far?
I mean, I think it's living up to what it's supposed to be. You got 2 MVP candidates, 1 and 2. I'm not gonna put the 2 against each other. They play 2 different positions. I just think Denver is a more experienced team, and they bring that. And you see that these last 2 games, like they for game 1 and game 3, you see the experience. Tonight we had an overtime game, and experience won that game, and that's just a Joker.
So who was your MVP out of both of them?
Say it again.
I'm going Shea.
Shea.
I'm going Shea.
Oh yeah, Shea gets the MVP for me.
Okay.
Shea gets the MVP for me. You got Shea as the MVP too, Billy? We all agree on that at least?
No, I don't either.
Oh, I thought you said you got Shea.
I think he's gonna win it.
He's gonna win it, but I think Jokic deserve it.
30, 12, and 10.
Yeah, you can't. Come on, man.
I mean,
that's hard to debate.
You the 4 seed. You the 4 seed.
You, as we know in the NBA, it's not really the most valuable player. It's the best player on the best team.
Yeah, we had that debate. The best player on the best team won MVP like twice in 20 years. It ain't really been about the seeding.
I think Shea took the leap this year.
But I think he's gonna get it.
I think they're gonna give it to him. Do you think it's voters fatigue? They tired of voting for Joker?
Probably.
I think they treat him like they used to treat Bron when he was supposed to get him all those years, and they just started giving him out to other people.
He definitely deserved more, and Bean deserved more.
They did Kobe like that. Steve Nash.
And they killed Kobe though. I think Kobe should at least got like 2 or 3.
All right, the other series out west, we got Minnesota and the Warriors, man. Injuries. Steph out for a week, y'all. And that's at least a week. Because even when he come back in a week, if he come back in a week, we know he ain't going to be 100%. Even though nobody's 100%, but that hamstring with all that moving around, is it over with? It's only 1-1. We're not going to act like Minnesota got like a 2-1 lead already or a 3-1 lead already. It's still 1-1. And the Warriors are battle tested with Steph, but now they got to do it without Steph. What y'all think?
I have no faith. I don't got no faith. I don't got no real faith in Minnesota.
Oh, you don't got faith in Minnesota?
Nah,
I
was waiting
to beat them without Steph.
Let's say this. I don't think they can beat them, but I think they can squeeze a game 7. Possibly depends on how Jimmy Butler show up.
If it go to 7,
Jimmy Butler been playing like Robin.
So you think I'm saying
that was
you
my.
think he can put that Batman cape on and turn up?
He had an opportunity to do it last night.
That's
Didn't
the whole
happen.
thing. I wanted
that
to
was-
see how
I think
Jimmy
that was-
Butler played.
But I think they were trying to incorporate too much. Steve Kerr went through 14 people through that whole game in the first half.
Oh, you
or some
think he's
shit.
gonna change his whole coaching style? And
Exactly. I think he's going to watch film from when Jimmy was in Miami and kind of try to incorporate that against Minnesota to have Jimmy play the game that he needs to play.
The game plan 100% got to change. I mean, now with Jimmy Butler guaranteed to be your one, you got to change the way you play a little bit. I'm not saying Golden State gonna be Golden State no matter what, but you got to change the way you play a little bit. You have to.
But we watched them play without Steph, and they didn't change.
but see the thing for me is without Steph, you lose that dynamic score, right?
That's facts too. I agree with you on that 100%.
So I can blitz Jimmy Butler and live with the results of everybody else.
Yeah.
Now, if Jimmy was playing like he was in Miami, where he had a team worse than this and took him to the finals, it could still work.
That's
so
what I'm saying.
Are you
saying
you don't
playing
think
that ball?
You don't think Jimmy got that in him though?
Golden State doesn't have a Tyler Hero. Golden State doesn't have a Bam Adebayo. Like those are key factors in that Miami, and they're not in the East.
I don't think he had Tyler.
Like those are.
Did he have Tyler when he went to the finals?
Yeah.
Was it real Tyler or was it baby Tyler?
No,
I mean he was a
Tyler.
baby, but he was a bucket. He was a baby, but he was a bucket.
He been a bucket. He been a bucket since Kentucky. Since high school.
Buddy Hill been a bucket lately.
Yeah, I can see what I'm saying. So you can get Buddy. You got
Draymond better than Bam.
What?
What you just said?
Draymond over Bam any day of the week.
Yeah, I'm taking Draymond 2 over Bam.
I'm taking Draymond over
Not
Bam
at all.
every day.
Draymond, like Draymond today, or Drake? Like we're not talking about Draymond career. Draymond, like right now.
Yeah, what he brings. He's not more talented. I'm not saying he's more talented. If I'm building a basketball team, I just rather have Draymond than Bam.
Yes.
Bam can give you 20 and 12.
Maybe a 20 and 12 that's not impactful to a game. Draymond give you 5.
Any 20 and 12. Any 20 and 12 is impactful to a game.
Draymond can give you 5 and 6 and get a dub. We already seen what Bam
because you got Steph on the floor.
Come on, I was about to say you're not going to tell me his 5. Don't say his 5 and 6 did it.
I don't know.
If you'd have said,
what I'm just saying
is 5 steals, 3 blocks.
No. What I'm saying is what Billy's trying to say is he impacts the whole game. Like he only have 5.6 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals, but everything
he do a lot of
he
stuff
brings,
that don't show up in the stat
that you can't put on the paperwork.
You can't put it on paper. He do so much that you can't look at a box score and see his impact.
I mean that's a fact, but I don't know if I say I'll take Draymond right now over Bam.
Draymond's playing pretty good right now.
I've seen Draymond airball 5 threes in
how many
playoffs.
And how many games Miami won against Cleveland with Bam?
But they also lost their star.
They lost their star in the middle of the season.
Like when you talk, they lost their star. They lost.
They traded.
I'm just saying.
They traded. They
traded losses.
Hey, if he's supposed to be that guy, he should be able to at least get one.
Nobody said he was that guy.
Yeah,
like,
nobody said
stop moving the goalposts.
That guy for Miami. Who's the guy for Miami? Him or Tyler? Which one?
Right.
He's also playing center, not point guard.
I feel like he plays 5'4".
Bam got to step up. If y'all gonna say that he better,
can't let him.
He got to step up.
Michael a little bit better.
He got to step up big time. He didn't step up to be better than Draymond. He got a better talent than Draymond.
He got more talent.
We can say that. Yeah, he looked better. He got more talent, but that just goes to show you how good Draymond is, because the reality just come out.
Chip, get your thumb off the camera.
I'm sorry.
Bam is a threat. At the end of the day, Bam is a threat offensively.
And defensively. And defensively.
I can live with whatever Draymond does. If Draymond beat us, then shit, fuck it. Draymond just beat us.
Because Draymond gonna pass the ball and set screens. So if you don't guard him,
Steph ain't on the floor no more.
Huh?
Steph ain't on the floor no more.
It's gonna look a little different. It's gonna look
so much different.
I mean,
Steph ain't on the floor.
Buddy gonna get those.
So right now, if I'm Jimmy Butler, I want Bam instead of Draymond. I understand what Draymond brings to the Golden State Warriors, but at this point, they need a bucket. They need a bucket.
without Steph, they still won the rest of the game.
They're gonna have to play Kuminga. Kuminga gonna have to come.
I don't. You can't say that because when Steph demands to be watched at all times, that allows everything else to develop. Steph is not on the floor no more.
But when Steph
So
went out,
I can live with, if I blitz Jimmy Butler, I can live with the results of everybody else.
No, you can't.
I couldn't blitz Steph Curry with two defenders because that's going to leave everybody else open.
I mean, Houston
now I don't have that.
Houston did it.
Now I don't have no. Houston played a 2-3 zone and they played it well.
Houston whipping his ass.
Houston played a 2-3 zone and they played that shit immaculately until they did.
The offense, the Warriors.
You can leave Bam 1-on-1. Like Bam he's not a player that's gonna go out there and win you games. Draymond not either.
And neither is Draymond. We're not comparing Bam
so
to
now,
a star.
So now that we understand that, all the other stuff that you need to do, I'd rather have Draymond because none of them are going to go out there offensively and win you a game. So let's look at all the other stuff you can do to impact the game.
Bam can give you a 30.
I'd rather have Draymond.
Bam,
where is this series ending? Is Draymond going to impact enough with Steph being out?
I don't think they could beat Minnesota.
4-1.
Not the way Jimmy playing.
So it's over with.
I think
it's over with.
It's not over.
It's over.
It's going 7.
That's what I'm saying. I say 7. I think 7.
It's going
Jimmy
7.
got to be Jimmy. It's riding
That's
on
what I'm
Jimmy.
saying. As long as Jimmy
it's
plays like
riding
he's
on
supposed
Jimmy.
to play, I think they'll be good till Steph get back. Because I think Steph don't come back to game 7.
They only got to win.
They said Steph. Go ahead, BG.
Who y'all got game 3?
Minnesota. Now, can we get to the series that we want to talk about?
Oh, yeah. Not the series that we want to talk about. Let's talk about the conference that surprised the hell out of me. Can't nobody in the East win at home right now? Why can't nobody in the East win at home? The Knicks went to Boston and won 2 games on Boston's floor. And they were down 20 in both of those games.
Back to back.
Two numbers that I want everybody to think about when they talk about this series is up 20 twice and missed 75 threes in 2 games. Not shot 75 threes, missed 75 threes in 2 games. That's crazy.
So
everybody want to be the Golden State Warriors.
I mean, their numbers.
They shot more threes than the Golden State Warriors on average.
They numbers
That's
is
crazy.
Better than Golden State Warriors. So they doing what they do. That's how they play. But the truth of the matter is, you wasn't talking about them when they was winning. So they got to give you something to talk about. They lose 2 games. Wow, what would he do? They're gonna go take care of business. This series is far from over. They've been there, done that before.
But that's the thing. I'm not saying it's over. Boston, I picked to win a championship, but you can't deny that losing the first 2 games at home. Now they got to go to New York. Have you seen how hyped New York fans is right now?
Mm-hmm.
Like that shit gonna be rocking.
Right.
I'm not saying Boston not ready for that stage. I'm not saying they not ready for that stage, but that stage gonna be different.
Coach, you can't say that, bro. We wasn't talking about it when they was winning. Nobody gives a fuck about the regular season. This is the playoffs.
No. I'm talking about
this the playoffs.
No, I'm talking about they dominated the first round of the playoffs.
Who did they play? And who did they play? Who did they play?
Orlando.
Exactly. Okay, exactly. Now you're playing a seasoned team that's been rocking together, the Villanova Knicks. Like these boys is not fucking around. And they showed that last year. They're not fucking around. So you give these dudes an inch, they're gonna take them out.
Okay.
Hey man,
You got the most clutch. You got the most clutch. You got the Mr. Clutch. Like the most clutch person in the NBA. He won the award. That is him. You gave him an opportunity and they maximized on it. Mm-hmm. Them boys play and they play under Thibodeau. Like they're not going for that bullshit, bro. Okay. I ain't saying it's over.
AVG.
But if they win game 3,
the wrong person got the most overrated award. Not even an award.
Wait. Stop. Don't say nothing yet. So I told y'all before we started, the 2 people I came here to really see debate was Z and Billy. But I know that when Coach hear this statement that Billy about to say, he gonna have a big problem with it
I
because I
know
know
what I think it is.
Coach thinks that the player that Billy about to talk about is the best player in the league.
Who?
He's the
Bullshit.
most overrated. When the
Who?
lights are bright, he fold every time.
Jason Tatum.
Jason
Yep.
Tatum.
I
The
don't
Olympic
understand him.
stage, they was complaining about his playing time. When he got in the game, he played horrible. Horrible. Last year
Where
in the playoffs, he wouldn't like that. That's why Jaylen Brown had to pick it up for
he
him. That's
wasn't
why he
like
got
what?
Eastern Conference Final MVP. That's why Jaylen Brown got Finals MVP. That boy was robbing.
Yo,
You know what I'm saying? Now that the team need him, you ain't really a Batman.
yo, you do
You
know he
ain't really
led
a
the team in
Batman.
everything, right?
Say what?
You do know he
Why you
led
keep
the
giving me
team
regular
in
season
everything.
stats, Coach?
It's
In
regular
what?
season. You got to think about playoffs.
I'm
He
talking
hasn't
about
been
when
doing.
No. I'm talking about in the playoffs. Let's get
Talking
it
about this
right.
They
playoffs.
play
What?
Orlando, bro.
No.
Like, stop acting like that first
Hold on.
round meant something. They
Hold on.
did what they were supposed to do.
Just
Hold
like
on.
Cleveland.
I'm talking about last year. Like last year
No.
playoffs, he
We're not
led them
talking. This
in
is not last year,
everything.
Coach. Stay here, Coach. Stay here. Right here.
No. It's okay because I'm just showing you the consistency. Like when y'all
So I got a
say
question.
that, you got to understand.
I got a
that-
question.
Hold on.
Throughout
Can
the
I finish?
playoffs,
Can I finish,
go ahead.
Billy?
Go ahead.
He led them in almost every statistical category. You know that. Like, so when you say that these people, I mean, Brown had to pick it up and all of that, he still led them. He still initiated the offense. He still ran the offense. When you double teamed him, he made the right play. And then he guarded all the bigs. He switched out on guards. He didn't have a bad card.
See, my problem.
Is it nice that he didn't shoot great from the field? Absolutely. That happens when you're an elite two-way player. You're gonna have that, but are you playing?
Can we kill the two-way shit? Can we kill the two-way shit?
What do you
This
mean?
is not football. This is not football. Your job is to play offense and defense. That's your job.
Everybody's a two-way
That's
player.
your fucking job.
Basically, what Luke
Everybody
is
is a two-way player. Some are better than others.
So hold on. Come on, Luke. Because you ain't hear what I said though. I said elite. So I just eliminated a lot of others. Yeah. People try to do it, but it's also people who can do it at an elite level. He's one of them. He can guard.
Who's Jason Tatum stop?
Jason Tatum can guard anybody. Your one.
Okay, being able to guard somebody doesn't mean you stop them. Who has he stopped? Who has he like put in shackles like Kawhi did?
This. When I said to you, he leads them in rebounds. That means he's guarding your bigs and out rebounding your bigs.
Russ led his team in
NBA
rebounding.
Fives, he out rebounded them. He's stopping them on.
Russ led his team in rebounding. What does that mean?
It means
it didn't amount to wins. It does not amount to wins.
Coach,
they won a championship, son.
I'm talking about now, Coach. You're down 2-0 in this series. Stay from back there.
Hey, Coach, back there. Coach, I'm gonna speak on last year. My problem with the box score readers is just my opinion. When I watched the NBA playoffs last year, I thought no matter what the box score said, I thought Tatum played bad throughout the playoffs. That's why Jaylen Brown got MVP. You can look at all those numbers, but if you actually turn on the game and watch the game, he looked bad.
No, he did not look bad. No,
so my logic really is, and I think a lot of people thought that's why he didn't get Eastern Conference Finals MVP. That's why he didn't get Finals MVP. How do you lead every stat and not get any of those awards?
Well, that's a great question that we all
because he was bad. He was bad, Coach, and I think you're a little biased.
No, why
but the people because you're a fan.
I'm a fan of basketball.
So he looked bad.
That's why my name is Coach. I'm a fan of basketball.
So you don't think he looked bad?
Do you understand that if you yell out his numbers, where he'll come out as an all-time Celtic? You understand that? At his age,
he's a great regular season player. He's a great regular season player.
So what is the hardest thing?
That's as far as it goes.
No.
Coach, okay, Coach. Let me give you something, Coach. Coach, can I give you a breakdown of Jason Tatum stats versus the Magic, since that's what they swept the Magic, right? 10 for 22, 10 for 25. Those are 2 games that they won. He had 37 points in a 10 for 25 game and 3 for 10 from behind the arc. That's a lot of free throws. That's a lot of free. Yeah, that's a terrible game.
That is not a terrible game.
That's a lot of free throws, coach.
That's a
lot of
game.
free. He is 10 for 25. Your star is 10 for 25,
yes,
3 for 10 from the
that
three-point
means that
field.
he's attacking. That means he's very aggressive. He going to the line. These are bonus points.
And he's
You understand
missing
that, right?
a lot. Okay, cool. 2 games against the Knicks. 7 for 23, 5 for 19.
Okay.
He is playing bad, coach. But his
Okay.
numbers are not going to show it because
No,
he's getting to the line.
I'm gonna get my baseline. Is he playing good against the Knicks?
He's not playing.
Let's
up
live in the
par.
present.
That's my
Billy tell
baseline
us-
right now. Is he playing?
Billy-
Is he playing good against the Knicks?
He's not. So you gotta understand. He's not. Okay. He's not playing up to par. Okay. But in a series and playoffs, it's going to happen. Like you're not gonna fight math. Like you're gonna go through your slump. It's how you handle it. Like for example,
So here we go. Here, real quick before you go. If game 3 was today and he shrunk again and they went down 0-3, would you be singing the same tune? Because
why wouldn't we seen them go down 0-3 to Miami? You forgot? And then came back and took it 7 games. Yeah. Them two went head to head before. Miami
Not
came back
0-3.
and beat them. This is Boston. Wacky things happen in Boston. Wacky things happen for Boston. They're always like this. But I will tell you.
Well, your star had 13 points. And
The
they were about
problem,
20.
the problem is Boston
can't do that in
is
the
an-
conference semis, dog.
Boston is an elite
It
team,
can happen.
like top to bottom. They're probably the best team, top to bottom.
I agree
So-
with that. I agree
So
with
he
that.
got wiggle room to play like trash and still come out on top because your
Why-
team is so elite.
Why
Like
is
you
this
ain't
team
got to
so
be on
elite,
top of
though?
your game,
Why is this team so elite?
top to bottom.
You
The
have
players
you
they
have
a
you
lot.
have one of the best defenders in the league that can guard the 1 through 4.
Who?
You have
Drew Holiday.
Drew Holiday.
Drew Holiday was in Milwaukee. He won a championship, and then after that, he went home in the first round. But
Coach,
why
so
are
you're
they-
gonna say you're saying Drew Holiday not one of the best
defenders.
defenders in the league? Is that
No,
what you're saying?
no, heck no, I ain't saying that. Drew Holiday.
Okay, so you
That's
have
all
one
I
of the
said.
best
No,
defenders
I was
in the
just saying
league.
he was with.
That's all I said, Coach.
He was with another. No,
I-
I was
that's-
just saying he was.
But
with
you
another
went
player.
you went in yesteryear again.
I'm not.
You're talking
going
about now.
this year. Go
Drew
ahead.
Holiday is one of the best defenders in the NBA, right or wrong.
Right.
In your eyes, Jason Tatum is the best player in the NBA, right? Then you have another super max guard that can give you 25 every night, Finals MVP, Eastern Conference MVP, and
Derek
Jaylen
White.
Brown.
Derek White.
You got Derek White, who's
Oh,
in
yeah.
contention, in contention for a lot of awards. If he came off the bench, he probably would have won 6th Man of the Year.
Hey, speaking of which, they got somebody that could be a 6th Man of the year, and Peyton
And-
Pritchard too.
He did win 6th Man of the Year this year, didn't he?
That's
How
crazy.
does that happen?
You got 6th Man of the Year. You have Porzingis. Now, granted, Porzingis out with some type of illness right now, but you have Porzingis, you have Al Horford, and you have a bench that can match the flow of the game. Like top to bottom, the Celtics are probably the best team in the league.
How does that happen?
I think they are.
How does that happen though? And this, and I promise you, we're gonna get to that later. Like when we talk about the Warriors, like there's certain guys that you got to look at that they have something that everybody else don't have. The hardest thing in basketball is to be selfless. It's to be selfless so your other teammates can rise up and be great in their roles.
But
So
coach,
great that they
but
can
coach,
go
10 for 25 don't sound selfless.
Why don't it? The flow of the game, you're going to get up so many shots. You say they shot 75 threes? Yes.
No, they
Okay,
missed,
cool. So,
no, they
coach,
missed
watch
75
this.
threes.
Watch this, coach. Watch this, coach. Watch this, coach. He shot 10 for 25. He shot 10 for 25 against the Magic, game 3. He had 37 points, right? 10 for 25. He was putting up a lot of fucking shots.
That's plus
He was
12.
putting up a lot of fucking shots. Next game, he was 10 for 16, had 35. That was a much better game.
Right.
He's not missing the shot. They win. But you tell it, he's supposed to put up that many shots. He's supposed to do this. He's supposed to do that. Cool, great. But then you also got to take the burden of being who you are. If that's your team, you take all that burden and you run with it. Like, hey, I play horrible. You're saying that he's not playing horrible. He's playing horrible.
I'm saying they're gonna play the same way.
You can't play that way against New York.
They're gonna beat New York. You think they're not gonna beat New York?
No.
They going okay.
No.
Okay. I'm glad you said it. All right.
If they, especially if they lose game 3, no, it's over.
If they don't change the way they play, they're not gonna win game 3.
You've missed 75 threes in 2 games, cuz.
I understand that we lived through the Warriors dynasty and we saw a team live by the 3, and they never quite ever had a situation where they died by the 3. But we all can collectively agree that statement can be true. And that's what I'm not saying Boston's done. I'm not saying that yet. But that's what's looking like it's happening. We're seeing dirty, grimy 90s basketball, tough twos, and hard work beating this team that's just going to chunk up a lot of threes. And it's such a different scenario than the Warriors dynasty, because the Warriors dynasty got their threes within the flow of the offense. Boston does too, but in this series, it's just shoot. It's not within basketball, in my opinion. It don't look like they running plays to get threes. It don't look like they driving and kicking to get threes.
A lot of one-on-one basketball.
They just shooting threes.
And you got to think, like, you talking about the Warriors dynasty and what they were able to accomplish. You're talking about 1 and 2 best 3-point shooters to ever play the game.
Mm-hmm.
This is Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. They are not them.
All of them can shoot.
They are not them.
I look at Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown as elite shooters, not snipers.
All of them can shoot.
But they are elite
5,
shooters.
1 for 5, 4 for 15, 3 for 10, 4 for 10, 1 for 8, 3 for 10.
I'm agreeing with almost everything you're saying, but don't just pick out the bad games. They've had so many good games that we can't just nitpick the bad ones. But I agree with you that Tatum be shrinking in the biggest moments.
I'm gonna say this. This is how they do it. I'm telling you, it's all about math. Like, you bound to go through your slumps. That's why you got to shoot them out. That's why they're gonna play the same style. They're gonna continue their style. You might miss through a patch, but eventually it's gonna start going in. You can't fight the math. This is where they shoot at. They're gonna shoot the ball. They're gonna always defend. So they're gonna.
The room for error is a lot less in the playoffs.
The fact that they was up 20 points 2 times, like, trust me, like, they're gonna get these guys out of here. I think it's a game. Like, my coach used to tell me, like, we be in games like this, the way they play is you're never up by too much and you're never down by too much. You just gotta play all the way. You gotta play all the way through.
But that's the thing. That's what the Knicks have been doing. They've never been down enough to say we out of it.
Yeah,
and the Celtics are letting them back in the game. If you up 20, Chip, hear me out. You've been playing basketball your whole life. I've known you your whole life of playing basketball.
Mm-hmm.
What world are you up 20 and you still chunking up a million threes? In what world is that good basketball?
In this game, the way it's played, like, it's up and down. It's constant. It's a lot of possessions. So you go and shoot the ball. Like, I can't.
Then why are the Knicks getting so many twos then? That 20-point comeback wasn't a bunch of threes by New York. No, that was them grinding them the fuck up.
Right. It was a grind out. It was a grind out game.
Hey, in the past 7 games, this nigga Jason Tatum from 3-point line is 28 for 65.
That's not that bad.
What's the percentage?
That's like
that's like 31%.
No, it's like
31%.
You said 28 for what?
65.
It's like 28 for 65.
That's actually not that bad.
28.
That's a lot of fucking. 1 for 5, 4 for 15, 4 for 5, 3 for 10, 4 for 10, 1 for 8, 3 for 10. If you count it,
when you count them out in games, it sounds nasty.
It's nasty.
What's the percentage?
Nasty.
What's the percentage?
28 for 65 is 43%.
That's a great percentage.
Right, then, so what
when you break them down game by game,
the one game that saves him is he went 4 for 5 against Magic in Game 4.
But that's
every other game is less. It's like 25%, bro.
But that's the math.
30%.
You see what I'm saying?
I see what Coach saying. He's saying that he's talking math. He's saying the math.
One game saved the percentage. One game. If you take the one game out where he was 4 for 5, then he's 24
for damn near 61.
But
24 for 61.
But you ain't taking that out. You're going to see this is the facts. Like, it's going to always add up. I'm telling you, it's going to always add up. He's going to be consistent.
For you to be 6'8" and be taller than damn near every person guarding you, 65 threes is a lot of fucking threes.
Did Orlando get a win in that series? Or did they get swept? They got one.
They got one.
I got it right here. So right now, the team that should be the best team in basketball, led by who Coach Green says is the best player in basketball currently, has 4 wins in the playoffs and 3 losses. That's not looking good. We get, no matter how you slice it, the head of the snake, if Jason Tatum's the leader, you have 4 wins and 3 losses, and you were the betting favorite to win it all. That's not going to cut it. That's not going to cut it.
Well, we live to see what happens in Game 3.
We live to see what happens in Game 3. Hey, we stayed on that topic. I mean, we stayed on that series long because I think that's the series everybody locked into.
I'm ready for tomorrow.
Again, I think we can go through quickly with this next series, but I don't want to disrespect Indiana. I didn't think Indiana had a chance to even get out. Well, I think they were better than Milwaukee. I thought they could beat Milwaukee. But damn, dog. Now they up 2-1. Again, another series out east that no team has won at home yet. So do you think the Cavs gonna be all right now that Darius Garland, Evan Mobley back, or is Indiana on their way to face the Knicks or Boston in the Eastern Conference Final?
I think it's a completely different series now with them 2 back.
Mm-hmm.
Yep,
it's a completely different series.
Yeah, it's gonna be a dogfight.
Money texted me early and said he felt like Donovan Mitchell be too OD. I said no. When you down 0-2 and you get paid how much you get paid, let the clip loose. Because he was letting that thing fly today.
Yeah, you knew he was going to get busy today. They needed the ammo. Now they have to get healthy. That's the dangerous team. That's the team that's going to really challenge the Celtics. The Cavs ain't no joke, man. That's going to be.
The Celtics got to worry about New York.
That's the team that's going to challenge. That's the team.
You got to worry about New York. You talking about the Cavs.
See, the thing is, when you talk about, that's a prime example. You said when you're the star player, you got to let the clip fly, right? Cool. Donovan Mitchell in the past. Donovan Mitchell.
Because they was down 0-2.
Correct.
That's why I said let it fly.
Game 1 was a must-win for Boston. Game 2 was a must-win for Boston. Donovan Mitchell, comparing him to Jason Tatum, Donovan Mitchell, these past 3 games, is averaging 45.
Okay.
43. I ain't going to say 45. I'm doing rough math. It's probably like 41. 43, 48, 33.
Mm-hmm.
That's not 45.
Jason Tatum had a 13-point game, cuz.
Okay. But is this what you'll understand? When it's early in the
13-point game. It can't happen.
Listen, when it's early in the playoffs, it don't matter to somebody like Jason Tatum.
It's not early no more.
Every year he's in the conference championship or finals, so he know how to be on cruise control. You don't enter the clip early. You enter the clip later.
He playing a 3 seed though. It's not early no.
You gonna see? It ain't time.
At what point is it gonna be too late though? They down 0-2, Chip. If they lose this game 3.
Perfect.
So you get so you Charles Barkley in this one. You guarantee they gonna win game 3.
You gonna walk to work like Paul Pierce?
It's Boston. I can't guarantee they might go down 0-3. They still gonna win. It's just Boston. Like they just whack.
So you
said they go down 0-3. It's over.
They go down. Hold up, Cole. You said they go down 0-3. They still can win.
They still gonna win.
Well, hey, make sure I call you, BG, to put some money on that one.
Hey, see the thing is, see with Cleveland having Evan Mobley and Darius Garland back, right? It's a completely different dynamic. You have another dynamic guard. You have a dynamic big man right alongside Allen. Donovan Mitchell going stupid.
Strus knocking that thing down.
Hey, Pacers in trouble.
The Pacers, dog, they score at a high clip and they defend, dog.
Tyrese Halliburton had 4 points tonight. Not
Tonight,
gonna happen. He
not-
can't have those games. We're talking about the playoffs. You cannot have those type of games in the playoffs. 30 minutes, 4 points on 2 for 8 shooting. We just got on to another superstar about a 2 for 8 night in the game 7. You got to go out empty in the clip.
The difference is he wasn't going out. I'm up 2-0. I'm playing with house money. I'm playing with house money.
You're not playing with
Only in
house
my
money because you're at home. You're at home now. You're supposed to win
playing
at
with
home.
house money.
Hey,
I'm
that
still
don't
playing with house
matter.
money. We knew we was going to see the best version of Cleveland down 2-0. Down 2-0, we knew Cleveland was going to come out crazy. I thought it was going to be impossible for them to lose.
I think it's over in 6. I don't think Indiana win another game.
Mm.
With Evan Mobley and Garland back, I don't think Indiana win another game.
I agree with you too, Luke. I think it's done with them two back.
With them
Indiana
two
wins
back,
no more.
Indiana
if
don't
Garland,
get not even one more.
No, if Garland goes out again or somebody gets hurt, then yeah. But with that team like it is, no, Indiana will not win another game.
I don't know.
Evan Mobley game back, 18 points, 13 rebounds tonight.
And what
How
Garland
many blocks?
back?
How many blocks?
4 assists, 3 steals, 3 blocks. That's a big night, bro. Like that's hard.
What Garland have? I think he do like 25, 23 minutes, right?
One thing I learned is in these playoffs is one game at a time. And
he had 25 minutes, 10 points.
And the most fascinating thing is the adjustments that these coaches make. Rick Carlisle can coach.
Everybody in the NBA can coach.
He can coach.
At this point in the NBA,
historic runs.
Not Doc Rivers.
You see him make historic runs. He got
Doc Rivers. Yes, thank you. Rick Carlisle can coach, but he don't have that forward team that he's used to having, like a Dallas Mavericks that he got to coach. So it's different. It's different. Going up against this juggernaut, the Cavs,
really good team.
Indiana's good, yo.
It's not the Cavs that full strength though. The Cavs with Garland and Mobley back is a different beast. They wouldn't have won those 2 games if Garland and Mobley played. They would have been in Indiana 2-0.
It sounds good.
But if they win one game, the pressure goes on, and I want to see. That's all I'm saying.
The pressure was already on tonight. I think. I think no matter what, we knew Cleveland was going to come out and ball out. But the pressure was definitely still on them tonight. Being down, they the number 1 seed all year, and you down 0. Oh yeah,
pressure was on them heavy. I think they played that fresh card. They fresh. They came out. You know they was going to come out and smack them. The next game would be real telling. The next game going to show a lot. And game 5 is always the most pivotal game. So we're going to see.
Luke, Indiana, or Cleveland? Who you got?
I got Cleveland.
Not game 3. Not game 3. So you got it in 6?
Yeah, I think it's over in 6.
Billy?
I got Cleveland in 7.
Yeah, I think it's disrespectful to say Indiana ain't gonna win one more game. Who you got, Coach?
I got Cleveland in 7.
I think 7. I think it gotta go 7. Z?
I'm gonna fuck with Luke, man. Cleveland is 6.
There's no way they win 4.
I don't see Indiana winning with that team at 4 strength right now.
But
Darius Garland wasn't even at full. But Darius Garland ain't at full strength.
He's on
Evan Mobley looked like
he's
back. But Darius Garland, give him another day's rest. I think he played 25 minutes tonight. You got to think, like Darius Garland ain't played in 5 games, bro. Like he fell out. You fall out of basketball shape in that time.
I know, especially NBA basketball.
Right. You fall like once he get that going, man.
I get what you're trying to say, BG, too.
You're
trying to say you don't want to be disrespectful, man, but it's not being disrespectful. It's just being real. Like Cleveland right now have all their key players back. They have every last one of their key players back. So now what you do?
Yeah. Indiana ain't lost none of their key players. Like they not about to just. I don't like watching Indiana. Right. They play good basketball though. Yes. They play real good basketball though.
So can I ask you a question? How would that series went with Milwaukee if Dame was there the whole time healthy?
They still was going.
Indiana would have probably beat them in less games. Indiana been beating Milwaukee for the last 2 seasons.
You think they would have? I think it would go 7 though.
They've been embarrassing Milwaukee for 2 straight seasons.
Milwaukee ain't good no more.
Indiana.
but the thing, you talk about the Pacers right now, right? The Pacers won game 1 by 9. They won game 2 by 1.
So
it's a different ball game, boy. It's a different ball game. Them 2 niggas bad, boy.
It was in Cleveland. everything was against them regardless.
Ain't nobody won at home. We just talked about that. Like,
Yeah,
it is what it is at this point.
Because they came out there to hoop.
Yeah, I mean, it is what
I'm
it
telling
is.
you, dog.
Cleveland gonna go. Hey, Cleveland about to run, but if Darius is not healthy, like he ain't the same player, and it's only a matter of time. NBA players, one of the biggest keys is being fresh, which is probably why they
nobody's fresh at this point. In this point in the year, everybody got bumps, bruises.
If
tweaks.
I got a day off and you work, I'm fresher than you. That's what I'm saying.
Well, we thought the same thing when Denver went Game 7, and OKC was chilling. Denver came in, won Game 1, and now they done won Game 3. Denver's fresh off of Game 7, a day removed from a Game 7.
And OKC
was resting for 8 days.
Resting for a long time.
I'm talking about. I'm not talking fresh as in like we still playing. I'm talking about you coming from injury, so you hurt. You hurt. So it's a matter of time before I'm just fresher than you.
Well, Jason Tatum ain't hurt.
No, he ain't hurt. He ain't hurt.
Hey, we out of here. Hey, we out of here with that, man. We talked about the playoffs longer than I expected. Hey, man, like I said at the top of the episode, man, we've had for the last week. I don't even know why GOATs got brought up. I don't even know why. While we was talking about who the best. I think it's mainly because my guy went out in the first round. A lot of people want to say, look at him going out in the first round. Yeah, it's amazing the expectations they have on a 40-year-old. But we're here to just kind of not really settle the GOAT debate because I don't think it'll ever be settled because it's an opinion-based situation. But I got Kobe fans here. I got LeBron fans here. I got Mike fans here. I got fans of the old school. I got people that hate the old school. I got people that love the old school, all in one room. So I just wanted to see if we could kind of maybe figure out a legit top 5, maybe 10, if we can agree on. But I don't think it's gonna happen. I don't think it's gonna happen, but I think it's gonna be some good debate. So
I ain't gonna lie, boy. This 12:39 in the morning, 1:39 in the morning for y'all, boy. This debate gonna hit different.
So because I'm gonna try to be as neutral as I can be. I'm gonna throw it out there now. My order is LeBron, Mike, Kobe. When it comes to the 3 best players ever, that's my 3. We could go into the rest of them after, but I think that's gonna be the hardest to separate those 3. Hall of Fame players, winners, champions, MVPs. They all have that. But I don't want this debate to turn into, there's certain things that can't happen. Don't say, well, championships matter, and then somebody rebuts with, well, then let's put Robert Horry there. We're only talking about the elites. There are people with a lot of rings that weren't elite. So don't just start throwing names, the Steve Kerrs of the world out there. Like, yay, he got a lot of rings. But come
Steve
on,
Kerr
we know
elite, bro. Stop it,
we know what we here to talk about. So,
hey, I got a question. Which one of y'all a Kobe fan?
I'm a Kobe fan.
So, Billy, quick question.
Wait, first of all, I'm an everybody fan. I like all of them.
All right. So, why do you think Kobe don't get the recognition that he deserves more?
They penalized him for playing behind Shaq, and I think that's the biggest thing. If I could pinpoint anything.
So after Shaq left, what that was? How many years he played without Shaq?
About 10 years. 11 years.
Because that's when he switched from 8 to 24 once Shaq.
Yeah, a rough estimate, 10, 11 years without Shaq.
So 10 years, he couldn't change the dynamics of the view of the eye of the people. You think it was their image was already painted because of what happened with that three-peat?
I put him up there after the Shaq era. Because even in those 10 years, you got 2 or 3 was hurt. And then that last one, he was pretty bad. After that Achilles, he was just bad.
Okay.
So playing full strength is really only about 6 years after Shaq. The rest of them was injuries. And then that last year after the Achilles, he was just trash. That's where I kind of put him in there. The tape. I don't think the team he had. Now that I still watch NBA today and I look at the teams today and I look at the teams he took to the finals 3 years in a row, I thought it was impressive. I just don't think it was that good. Like I told BG during that run, I can pretty much give you 5 power forwards that was better than his second best option. His second best option was a power forward. I could give you 5 power forwards in the league at the time that was better than Powell. Like he just didn't have an elite number 2.
Who
what?
Give me 5 power forwards that was better than Powell.
During those times, we can go Dirk Nowitzki. We can go Kevin Garnett. We can go Tim Duncan.
Tim Duncan is questionable because remember, in that time he was hurt. At that time he wasn't playing. I'm not talking about overall career. I'm talking about that year. They was tanking.
It was 3 years they went in a row. It was 3 years. So was he bad all 3 years?
I want y'all to understand that. That's all I'm saying. I ain't talking overall career. I'm just talking about that particular year. That particular year when San Antonio.
We won't go a year though. We're gonna go the run that Kobe had with Powell. They went to 2 straight or 3 straight?
They went to 3 straight.
3 straight.
Right.
Okay, so don't just say a year. Powell wasn't better than Duncan all 3 of them years.
He wasn't better than Chris Bosh.
What?
He wasn't better than Amari Stoudemire.
Chris Bosh at the time was in Toronto, averaging 25 and 14.
That's 5 right there. He wasn't better than Amari.
Kevin Love was in Minnesota.
Kevin Love
putting crazy numbers up too.
He was
putting crazy numbers up too in Minnesota.
Kevin Love was
and me personally, you may debate this. I don't think he was better than Zebo.
Zebo, a nice one, boy.
So
nice, but I don't know if I
think 8, 9, 10 at his position.
But you do know that team was loaded, right?
I don't think they were loaded.
They had Lamar Odom coming off the bench. He was 7 foot, bro. Everything, lefty, everything.
Give you like 13 points a game.
What?
I hear the name. I hear the name.
I hear the name. He was balling. Like he wasn't.
13, he was giving me like 13 a game. What was he averaging? He was. I'm not saying he was bad.
I mean, not many number 2s and 3. Not many number 2s and 3s was averaging a lot of points.
Hold on.
But my thing is, when I look at the NBA now, we compare Lamar Odom coming off the bench. Now people got Klay Thompson as a third option. People got Chris Bosh as a third option. People got Ray Allen as a third option. And we're talking about Lamar Odom coming off the bench. Like we got superstars versus a super role player.
No. They beat Ray Allen. You forgot they beat the Celtics in the championship.
I understand they beat the Celtics. I'm just saying Ray Allen was better than Lamar Odom. That's all I'm saying.
They had a loaded team.
Okay, why do you think they was loaded? Why do you think they was loaded?
I'm telling you, Ron Artest clamping.
Or they outcoached?
They didn't get outcoached. They was a great team. Both teams was great.
What was that, like 2010? Was that like 2010?
Yeah, they played the Celtics in 2 of those finals back-to-back years.
So they lineup would have been Bynum, Gasol, Kobe,
7-footer,
Gasol, Kobe, Derek
Fisher,
Ron Artest.
Hey, hold on, I got you. To say loaded is fucking nuts, coach. Shannon Brown
was
Kobe.
Tough.
Shannon Brown,
lock up,
Kobe.
No, why you saying Kobe? You on the bench, right? You talking about the bench now, right?
I'm talking about the whole team.
Yeah, you said loaded, coach.
You said loaded. Their starting 5 was Derek Fisher or Jordan Farmar.
No.
Said not too sure which one.
You said Jordan who?
Derek
Farmar. Farmar.
Derek Fisher
Shannon Brown. Let's forget the names you know. DJ Mbenga.
That was that big.
Adam Morrison. Don't you? I wish you would say something good about Adam Morrison.
He was good at Gonzaga.
Bless you.
Go ahead.
Josh Powell.
He was good at Gonzaga.
And Sasha Vujacic.
He was a shooter.
So I got to
say they were loaded.
What was Sasha shooting?
Coach, to you, question. If that team was loaded, what was the Miami Heat when Bron and D Wade was there? What do you
What are you
describe
talking
that?
about? They was NBA on steroids.
Okay, I'm just asking what you described it. If you think this team is
over
loaded,
for the Celtics, and here come the Heat.
I'm just asking you what you describe this team. If you think that team is loaded,
I'm saying when I say loaded, I'm saying what was basketball at that time. At that time, we knew they was going to the finals because they loaded. They playing the triangle. You got Kobe. You got Powell. That's how the
it
team
wasn't
was.
loaded. I mean, it was Kobe Bryant was there.
Huh?
It was Kobe. It was Kobe Bryant.
We knew who was winning the West. We knew.
So you think if you put Carmelo Anthony on that team, he would have won?
No, because he wasn't Kobe.
That's why Kobe. That's why my top three.
Oh, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to get a baseline. Thank you, Luke.
That's why
Thank you, Luke. Let's get a baseline.
My top three is LeBron, Kobe, Jordan.
All right, stop talking, Luke. Billy.
You got Jordan at number 3.
Damn, I ain't want nobody to ask that question.
Listen,
what's wrong with y'all?
We'll come back to it. We'll go through everybody first. I got Mike, Kobe, and LeBron. LeBron is pending, but LeBron 3 right now.
Wait, I'm sorry. What did you just say?
Mike, Kobe, LeBron. LeBron is pending right now.
No, you said So what's that thing you said after LeBron?
He's 3 right now.
But you said pending.
Pending
he's what?
Pending. The outcome of this playoff.
Oh.
Somebody win the ring. He going number 4.
Who?
Steph.
Steph.
Coach.
But if Steph don't win, LeBron number 3.
I mean, Z, who you got as your 3, dog?
LeBron, Mike.
He ain't even think about Kobe.
No, I ain't got Kobe as my 3rd. I'll go probably Kareem.
I like that one.
I got
one of the old heads.
I got my top 3 is as right now is MJ, Kareem, Kobe. And here's what I say. When it comes to Bron, the conversation been started. It's all right now. It's just when you finish. Like I'm not having no more. I don't have no more. I don't want to even hear the debates no more. I just want to watch him finish, because he's still he got a chance to pass everybody. But I think for Bron, he got to go out like a Tim Duncan or a Jason Kidd. Like you got to go out and get you one at the end. You're gonna be on the primetime teams. You control all your destiny, and I ain't mad at none of that. Like I want you to be able to go do it, but you do got to go out and get you one.
So if he don't get one, he wouldn't be.
He don't go over. He don't go over the beam. He don't go over Kareem. He got a better career than everybody. But in the dominance of that rim, of that 1-year dominance or 5-year dominance, he got it over them. And that's all I need to see. But I think him at like 40, he better than all of them at 40. He the best thing I ever seen at 40. I ain't never.
He was better than them at 20. He was better than them at 25. He was better than them at 30. He's better than them at 35. He's better than them at 40.
I can't say that he was better than. I can't say he was better than Jordan. And I can't say he was better than Kobe.
Let me ask you, so let me ask you. So
what is the criteria?
We can all agree.
What's the criteria?
We can all agree. We can all agree that this is the best era of basketball. Like as far as what these kids are doing, the athleticism that they possess, how they come out of middle school and high school doing the things that Jordan was praised for.
No,
the up and unders, the reverse layups.
They play bad basketball.
No.
Right,
No.
cool. But this is the when it comes to like the upper echelon of NBA. This is the
most talented era.
This is the most talented
era.
Right, but the things that so this is the most talented era because they had a chance to see the past, right? But what they fail to realize and what come from the past is the work ethic.
I'm gonna rebut that.
So the work ethic is different. But this is the most talented era. Trust me, I love this era.
They don't make it the hardest era.
I ain't saying
I've
it's
been
the
in
hard.
pickup
I
gyms
ain't gonna
all the
say it's the
time with a
hardest
bunch of
era
old
on any
heads run the young
even though it's
kids.
gonna be hard. It's
They're way more
really hard.
talented, but they play bad basketball. And it's easy to beat them because it's just bad basketball, even though they're super talented.
Yeah, they don't know how to play basketball.
They don't know how to, it's just bad basketball, man.
And I'm not even gonna say that
Hit
it's bad
75
basketball.
threes in 2 games.
But regardless of, because the game is so fast, you're going to shoot a lot of threes, bro. Like
It
they
ain't
play
gotta
so
be
much
that
speed,
fast.
you're going to settle.
It ain't gotta be that fast.
Huh?
It don't have to be that fast.
But I'm not gonna call it bad basketball, because when you're a shooter, bro, you're gonna shoot. Like, it's a lot of shots to be shot. You're gonna shoot open shots, and you're not gonna hit all your shots. But can you do everything? Every possession? Are you still gonna play defense? Joker had a terrible game tonight. Like,
all of the things
but he did everything.
And but all of the stuff you saying, LeBron does all that.
BG,
and you got people that don't do that above him.
I don't take nothing. I'm not taking nothing from Bron. In fact,
why don't you have Bron over Kareem?
What? Kareem?
Why don't you have Bron over Kareem? What is your
basketball players to ever play?
LeBron is also next point.
He is.
That's a fact. I'm not disagreeing that Bron is not. I'm not disagreeing.
I'm asking you why.
Because Kareem was more dominant.
You talk about a man that ran a whole conference of basketball.
No. When I say dominant, see, like, I know we're going to talk about the championships, but those are important to me, because your dominance in the championship and how you repeat yourself and keep going, that's dominance to me. So when you winning it makes me appreciate it more. Like watching Bron, it makes me appreciate the greats more, because dang, if Bron couldn't bring it home and he went to 10 of them,
Bron was
brought it home.
Kareem
you got to use the word
against,
dominate. If you got to use the word conference, he ain't dominating.
Kareem wasn't playing against Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, Klay Thompson, all on the same team. He might have been playing. They were playing against Clyde Drexler.
Kareem was going against Bill Russell.
Kareem was going against Bill Russell's, bro.
And guess how many Bill Russell got during Kareem time? 11.
Kareem, no, not during his time. Kareem was after Bill. He was at the end.
No, they played against each other. He was at the end of.
He was at the end of Bill Russell, dog. That's like the Spurs saying they got a championship on Mike clock. No, you didn't. You got it after me. You didn't get it on my clock.
No, Mike was already retired, though. You gonna use that?
No, he played for Washington. Don't forget the man played for Washington. That don't count.
It does.
Is that not the NBA?
Hey,
it does.
They didn't even play against each other, cuz.
That's what I'm saying. What are y'all talking about? Y'all
Bill Russell retired in 69.
Will Chamberlain played with Bill Russell. Kareem didn't play with no fucking Bill Russell, y'all.
Hey, Bill Russell retired in 69. Wilt got drafted in 69.
Hey, they played 1 year against each other.
No. 68 to 69, and then 69 to 70.
69 to 70. All right.
That's what I'm saying. That's like Duncan saying I beat the Jordan. No, you didn't. That was the end. It was over.
But Duncan did beat LeBron.
He did. Duncan the best power forward ever.
And
that's what's weird. I might give Duncan a nod over Kareem right now.
Hey,
what did Kareem do that Duncan didn't do?
Duncan is in my top 10.
Well, he better be.
He's in my top 5.
He's the best player at his position ever. He better be in your top 10.
He in my top 10.
He gotta be in your top 10.
Yeah. Duncan is high on my list. Like, people don't understand. Like, he beat prime LeBron going out, and he was 40. That mattered to me. Like, yo, and he got busy. He was supposed to be in the year before. He got busy, so he get a lot of props.
Hey, what's your definition of getting busy though?
What you mean?
Because the later years, he was averaging like 14.
He talking about that last year when Tim Duncan beat Bron with Miami, right?
Yeah.
What you call get? Can you look up those?
What was that, like 2010, 2011?
So look.
Duncan was like 34. Duncan was like 34.
But then 11 or 12.
It was like 10. It was when he first went over. It's like 10, 11.
That was
right? Or am I tripping?
It's like 2015.
It was not no 15.
He beat him with the Heat, bro. So he beat him just like.
It wasn't 2015.
It was 14.
No, it was 2014 or 2013, something like that.
It was 14.
Yeah. He retired. He retired right there.
Yeah, 14 because Kawhi won Finals MVP that year.
Yeah. Right before before the Warriors took over. And what I mean, like he did everything. He did everything, bro. He played D.
My man said he think Giannis better than Duncan.
What?
No.
Like watching.
He's more athletic.
He said, yeah, watching.
Watching, I'd rather watch him, but he ain't better. He ain't better.
I just don't understand. I just don't understand so many. Like, to hear y'all list, I was trying to be unbiased and let other people argue this. But, like, I don't understand how y'all don't have LeBron in y'all top 3. Like, I don't think there's a world where he could not be in your top 3. Hear me out, Chip.
Wait, BG. I get what Coach saying, though. Coach not saying that he's not in his top 3 yet. He wants to finish. He wants him to finish his career first, and then have.
I don't give a damn what you say. He already there.
To us, we know that. We know. I get where he's coming from with him saying. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I just get where he's coming from.
Yeah.
It's KG over Duncan, but you tripping.
Say what?
And I'm a KG fan. I'm a KG fan.
KG will tell you that he couldn't do shit with Tim Duncan.
Yes.
KG my favorite player all time, dog. And
KG has been on multiple podcasts talking about
he said it.
He couldn't do shit with Tim Duncan.
Tim Duncan was all that, bro. Everybody knew the move he was gonna do, and they couldn't stop it.
Bro. They couldn't do nothing.
The big fundamental, baby.
Yo, he was all that, bro.
So let me ask you a question, though, Coach.
Huh?
So you're basically trying to say like your top 3 right now is just people that's retired, basically. That's not playing the game of basketball no more.
Yeah, because you wasn't topping them. You wasn't topping their dominance.
So where you got Steph at?
I was about to say, Steph crack your top 10 already?
No, I got Steph ready to crack the best point guard ever. If Steph go out and win, he passing Magic.
Where is he at? Where is he at right now in your top 10?
So he was.
You got that list on hand.
Yes, number 9. He was number 9.
Steph is number 9.
Steph is number 9.
Oh.
And if he wins,
Steph number 5 for me.
Who ate 7 and 6? Who ate 7 and 6? For you, real quick.
Bill Russell, Shaq, Tim Duncan.
Hey man, you get them old niggas up out of here, bro.
You get them old niggas the fuck on through, cuz.
No.
If you had to redo the top 75 right now based off of today, redo it.
Yo, they taking them old niggas.
Them old niggas wouldn't crack the top 75.
You crazy as hell. You gotta understand. Hold on.
You might have 5.
Hold on.
It'll be more than 5, but I think some of them will get pushed
but
out.
Shaq played in this era of basketball.
Yeah, we talking about
Shaq.
Shaq.
Shaq is this era. Who you talking about? Bill Russell?
Yeah,
get him the fuck on through, cuz.
Coach, real quick. I'm gonna just let
you can't move Bill Russell.
I'm gonna just let you know now. The 2 people at the top of the screen don't give a damn about nothing that happened before like 86.
Yeah.
If it happened before 86. They don't give a shit.
Get them old niggas the fuck on through, cuz.
Especially
them niggas on out.
With the bigs. We don't even got American bigs no more.
If Kyrie was playing basketball in the 60s, they would have thought he was a wizard. They would have burned him at the cross.
Oh, that nigga would have been
dead.
But you
gotta understand, Kyrie.
They would have burned him at the cross.
They would have hugged his ass.
Salem witch trials, cuz. He is doing some weird shit with that basketball.
Hey, look what you said. The Salem witch trials.
Yeah, Salem witch trials. Get them the fuck on. Like they gonna kill him.
Everybody in the league Achilles torn. Why everybody in the league Achilles?
As soon as he do this move right here, and the ball come back. Wait a minute.
Y'all gotta understand. If Kyrie don't see these guys,
he moved the ball like it was a yo-yo. I didn't know what to do.
Was yo-yos even out back then?
Though, he never do those moves. He had to see those guys to be able to do these moves.
No, he didn't. What is he? What are you talking about when you say he had to see those things? Because Magic Johnson did this.
No.
What are you talking about? Nobody is doing what Kyrie is doing with that basketball.
Listen. Calm down.
Please.
Rod Strickland.
You remember when Iverson came into the league?
Hold on. Rod Strickland.
You remember when Iverson came into the league?
Shook a nigga out his Jordans.
You're a Philly fan, right? And you remember they had to ban the crossover because nobody could stop it?
Yo, I know the move.
I just asked you a question. Do you remember? Do you remember the time?
That's my move now. Like, why would I not remember that?
So if they banned the crossover because of Iverson, imagine what they would have did with Kyrie. They would have said, "Bro, get him the fuck out the league.
Let me ask
he
you,
ain't supposed to be here."
Let me ask you, do you remember Rod Strickland? Do you remember Kenny Anderson?
We can't hear you, BG. Can't hear you, BG.
Do you remember? Do you remember David Stoudemire?
Yes.
Abdul Rauf, like they all had handles, bro. Like
they wasn't. They didn't do nothing. They didn't do anything special. They were.
I'm so glad you brought up those players, Coach.
The game was
because when athletic guards start coming in the league, that guy you think is the GOAT,
couldn't guard
got
shit
exposed every time, Chip.
He couldn't guard nobody.
Every time Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf stepped in front of Jordan, he cooked his ass.
Hey,
and guess
when
who
people
ended up having
started getting talented, when people got talented, Mike didn't look so untouchable.
Because guess who? No, he because Scotty came in there.
Didn't some rookie give Jordan at the end of his career like 30, 40, something like that? But my thing is, when you talk about the era of basketball where Jordan came up, right? And I respect Jordan. I understand what Jordan was. I understand what he is, and my whole shoe-case back here is mostly Jordans. I understand what he did for the game of basketball.
Hey,
but when you talk about,
I said slight stunt. He told me my whole closet full of Jordans. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead. BG, turn the camera around. So when you talk about Jordan, I understand it. But when you talk about who he played in the finals,
you want to take it there.
The talent of the level of talent that he went up against had nothing on today's talent.
Zero.
You're talking about if you look at when Jordan won his first ring, it was the Lakers, right?
Old ass Lakers.
The next one, Portland.
They
had old ass Clyde Drexler. The third one, Seattle.
Clyde was old in Portland now.
1990.
He was old.
The problem with that statement,
Porter and Clyde Drexler was older. They were older.
But the problem with that statement,
Clyde was old now. Clyde wasn't old, bro.
Go ahead.
The problem with the statement is the players get better. So with 20 more years, they're gonna tell Luke LeBron didn't play nobody, and Luke was there and he's seen it.
I don't think you'll ever say that about this era of basketball. I don't think you'll ever say that about this era.
You don't think the players will get better?
Let me tell you.
I'm not saying they won't
get
better.
What else can they do, Billy?
What else is
they're gonna get better? Like the players will get better.
When we talk about Joker, you know what I'm gonna say? Bro, he ain't going against no American bigs. He ain't going against no American bigs.
Because we don't got none.
They kicked Dwight Howard out the league. They kicked Cousins out the league.
So is that a knock? Wait. So that's a knock on, like, that doesn't put Joker above guys like Shaq and Wilt because he didn't play no big. Michael Jordan didn't play against no two guards. When you look at the people that were elite in the 90s, it was all forwards and centers. All forwards and centers. He had to compete against nobody like him.
If you look at
nobody.
Mitch Richmond was like, if I look up top guards from the 90s, it's gonna say Mitch Richmond.
But the problem is
Percy Hawkins.
But the problem is he came through in the 90s. Everybody came in 2000 or 2010. There was elite players in each era. So if you want to compare the Kobe's or the Mikes to Jordan played in that era. He was that much better than everybody else. So I say that to say the players today, whether it's Kobe, whether it's they're just not that much better than everybody else. They're just not that far ahead. So whatever era that you're playing in, you're just not that much better than your peers. Those are his peers, and we can't fault him for being
that much better.
We can't fault him. So if you want to compete with it, if you want to compare it, and you say, all right, they're just as good as me, they're here, you're just not 5 to 10 times better versus your peers, like he was 5 to 10 times better. Because he had the same training as they had growing up. So all these new players got different training, better training. All right, are you just that much better? And they're just not that much better.
But Jordan also came in the league when Jordan was at the height of him. the game of basketball was changing into what it is today.
They had to change it because of
it was no, they had to change it because the shit was boring and they wasn't making no money.
No.
That's why everything sped up. That's what the introduction of the 3-point line, shot clock, all this to speed up the game of basketball because they wasn't making no money.
The shot clock was already.
Why, don't gloss over that, Chip. They wasn't making no money. They were looking at ways to sell the NBA because it wasn't making money.
Magic and Bird already bought the money. They started bringing the money already. Magic and Bird already started doing that. But the thing that changed the game was so let me refresh your memory. This one Mike gets the upper hand for me because I'm gonna piggyback what Billy was talking about. When Mike first came in the league, we had the Olympics, right? And see, this is what happened. In the Olympics, before they went, they used to play the NBA team. So the NBA All-Stars, NBA teams, they would play them to get ready, right? Mike went 8-0, and these all college kids. So that's Bird, Magic, Isaiah, all on the same team. Mike trashing their ass, showing them that he's better than all of them. Since he stepped foot in the league, he was better than all of them. Heads over his
and they was beating his ass.
No, they wasn't. I mean, their teams.
They what? What you just say?
They was straight. They were beating his ass.
Their teams was beating his ass. Remember, he got drafted to a team who was crackheads. Let's be real. Like the Chicago Bulls was a circus. They used to call them.
Oh, so when he got drafted and his team was trash.
No, they was crackheads. I didn't even want to call them trash. You on crack. You ain't playing basketball. That's way you have no chance of winning. Like that's a fact. Like that's just you have no chance of winning. And he still took them to the playoffs. And then remember the next year he broke his ankle.
And they was that's his rookie year. But when Mike was at a very high point in his career, like I want to say starting his prime. I don't know if you could figure out when Michael Jordan's prime was because he was so elite from the start, just like LeBron James, so elite from the start. I don't know if you can find it, but he was getting his ass kicked, dog. There was no world where LeBron James ever got swept in the first round early on just because,
the hell you talking about? He got swept in the first finals against the Spurs.
In the first
round
in the
of
first
the
what?
Playoffs.
What did you just say? The first what?
I said the finals.
Finals.
BG.
Mike got swept in the first round.
There's two sides to every story. We haven't seen nobody dominate the league like Mike Jordan either.
And I agree with that. So when you were giving your point, Billy, I do agree that Michael Jordan at his time was head over heels better than everybody of his era.
Yes.
We had never seen nobody like that. It was so amazing. The closest we had seen to jumping that high was Julius Erving, and he's jumping higher than him. Wait, he's able to do it. Was the first time we saw it. Amazing. He's better than everybody that he ever went against. But Hershey Hawkins, Dan Marley does not move the needle for me. LeBron James winning a championship against a 73-9 team has way more weight than any championship Mike ever won.
Hold on.
Any one of them. He beat the best team. He beat the best team ever after he was down 3-1.
Yeah, but they
and what y'all gonna say? Well, Mike never even let it get down. He never did it.
Explain Dallas. Explain Dallas.
Dallas ain't got. I ain't got no excuse as a LeBron fan. You stink for that, LeBron. That is your knock, LeBron. That's your knock.
If you're gonna go into that, right, and talk about who he is, you gotta understand though, he did it again. He retired and came back. When he came back, you had even more guards in the league. You had Penny Hardaway in the league. You had Gray Hill in the league. You had Iverson in the league. You had Hoop.
You had like when he retired. You had like when Jordan retired, they wasn't one game away from the Eastern Conference Finals. That was a great put together team. Pippen was an amazing number 2, like Hall of Famer, considered one of the greatest defenders of all time. But check this out. This is and the reason why I love that you say that, because that's the reason why I have Mike 3. Because I think Kobe and Mike were the same player. Okay. Kobe was just more athletic, and he did it in the best era of basketball.
No,
he didn't.
Best era. You got a point right there.
That's all I'm about to say.
Kobe and Mike, they are carbon copy of each other.
Who was Michael Jordan's Dwayne Wade?
Scottie Pippen.
No. We're talking about playing against him.
Like who he had to compete against. Who was Michael Jordan's Paul Pierce? I'm gonna go even lower level for
his competitor in the East was Reggie.
But that's what I'm saying. Like somebody like
does Reggie even crack your top 60 players, Billy?
But no,
70.
For Billy is different because Reggie Miller in high school was Billy's favorite player.
So you're penalizing.
Giving me that because
I don't understand. I can't penalize him for the era he played in because it's like he played in that they was all trash. They all came up at the same time.
Right.
They seen the same game. They had the same level of talent. These players
they didn't.
These players couldn't be as good as the players now because these players now they got the training young. They see more. They're able to do more things. The things they're doing now wasn't even invented back then. They were so like you. I'm comparing per era what they did in the era. I'm not going to take it away from him because he played him.
The game was made.
That's a silly question. How many rings did any of these teams win without any of these 1, 2, or 3? How many rings did Cleveland win without LeBron? How many rings did the Lakers win without LeBron or Kobe? Like that's silly, bro. That's silly. That's silly. Go ahead. My bad, Billy. That's on me.
Like, just to see in an 8-year span somebody win 6 championships, like it's hard to fight that. You get MVPs, you get all defensive teams, you get steal champions, you get scoring titles, you're winning it. Like it's hard to fight that, boy. It's just hard to fight that.
So that
you're doing literally
stories and articles. Those stories and articles that came out last year when they debunked, like when Jordan had
more steals than the team
more
had.
Steals than the team
more
had
team
in the game.
Get more steals than your team had.
Hey,
like, I don't know nothing about that.
Listen,
he had it was a stat. He had like 7 steals.
This is a stat.
Okay. Let's take away the steals title. He still got all defensive teams, defensive MVPs, offensive MVP. It don't change what he accomplished. It changed. Okay, let's take away a steals title.
No,
everything else is just crazy.
But we're talking about
trophy. Now I get it. I know what you're going to say, Billy. At the end of the day, the goal is to win. But the trophies mean more than my name being forever in basketball's top 5 in almost every stat. And now I know what you're going to say. You played 27 years. You're supposed to be in every stat.
Yes.
No, you're not, because there are people that played 20 years that aren't even close in every stat.
But check this
there
out.
are people that played 20 years
BG.
That aren't even close in one individual stat.
Like, so my thing is, if the longevity doesn't matter, go more in damn near 7, 8 less years. That doesn't,
so check this bingo.
That doesn't hold weight.
When LeBron passed Jordan, he did it with over 1,200 less shots than Jordan did. But check this out. LeBron, when you talk about longevity, right? Cool. LeBron is the youngest player to reach every career milestone.
Yeah.
1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, all the way up to 41,000 points.
This ain't the goal.
But you just said longevity was the reason why he had the stats. But I'm telling you, he's the youngest player to
go.
So why are we debating? Why are we debating these stats when they all got? Why are we debating the most stats when that's not the goal?
Because I think we all know the goal is to win championships. We're not.
And they all had good enough teams to win it. So we're not going to talk about teams.
Let me land. We're not talking about Carmelo Anthony and Tracy McGrady. We're talking about multi-time champions, MVP level players, and we're comparing them. For you to just separate LeBron because he only got 4 is crazy. They both great. So only thing we can do is separate them in stats.
All right, pick an award.
Pick an award.
Pick an award. Because you can't pick stats. Look at the minutes played.
No, if Jordan was
if he was stats. Just do the averages then. Okay, he averaged more.
If Jordan was miles ahead of all his competition, who did? If Jordan was miles ahead of everybody around him, if Jordan was miles ahead of everybody around him, who was he competing with to get those stats?
Penny Hardaway.
He wasn't competing. Boy, shut. He wasn't competing with a Kevin Durant. He wasn't competing with a Kevin Durant. He wasn't competing with a Joker. He wasn't competing with a Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He wasn't competing with a Kobe Bryant.
So hold
And it goes back to my
since we
original
talking,
point. It
hold on,
looks that
Billy.
way because LeBron James is not 5 to 10
Since we
times
talking,
better than
but
his
hold on.
peers.
Since they
That's
talking
why
about stats,
LeBron, Michael Jordan was 5 to 10 times better than everybody else. LeBron's not 5 to 10 times better than everybody else. So now
if Tyreek Hill
now the
race a bunch of
competition looks closer because you're just not that much better than everybody else. Like
if Tyreek Hill race a whole bunch of high schoolers and he beat them by a mile, but when he go race against Olympians, he beats the Olympians. Which one holds more weight?
Huh? Bro.
If Tyreek Hill is running against high schoolers and he beats them, like, man, he's supposed to do that. He way faster than them.
If it was in the same year, the Olympians.
Noah Lyles. If he goes to race against Noah Lyles
year.
and he beats Noah Lyles, you're saying that him beating Noah Lyles doesn't hold more weight than him beating the high schoolers?
But you compared like 20 different years though.
You saying we're talking about the level of competition. We're talking about the level of competition.
You know, I'm a true hater of the what if statement.
So what I'm saying is the Olympians wouldn't be back then. It wouldn't be no Olympians. How can you play against Olympians? There's no Olympians. At the time, they were Olympians.
Hear me out.
At the time, they were Olympians.
Hear me out. Do you think that if Michael Jordan was drafted in this era, he would be 6-0 in finals and have 6 championships right now?
No.
He'd kill this era.
I don't know.
He'd dominate this era.
No, he would not.
Listen,
he would have a great. He would have. He would be individual stats, but he's not going to go 6-0 in this era.
Yes, he is.
Okay. Can we say the ifs game? If he drafted in this era, so he have much more development. Can I not say he will be 10 times better than what we see?
Right.
And
so
maybe
that's
he
what
would.
I'm trying to help them to understand his development.
So you're saying he would. You're saying he would be 10 times more athletic than Russell Westbrook and Jalen Green.
He could have been.
I think we.
But the reason why Jordan was so great so early is because he was way more athletic than everybody.
No, I think he was so fundamentally sound.
I think we seen an upgrade version of Mike and Kobe. We saw what Mike would be
Kobe
if he
was
had.
not as athletic as Michael Jordan.
No, I'm just. But he was.
I think Kobe was more athletic than Jordan. I think Kobe was way more athletic than Jordan.
You seen a skill?
No, he wasn't.
You seen a skill of well versed. Like Kobe brought out more of the tricks. Jordan is going to keep it simple to be dominant. If you understand what I'm saying, like Jordan ain't gonna go away from his fadeaways and dunks
because he couldn't.
Because he
wasn't in his bag. It wasn't in his bag.
What do you mean?
We never considered Karl Malone one of the greatest players of all time. A career like that because they were so high in stats. But we moved that goalpost. Now, all right, we the most.
He also don't have no rings.
But this
don't have no rings.
But the bad part about it is the world told us Michael Jordan was the best player in the world before he even touched. He was the GOAT before he even won. They say he was the best basketball player ever before, and everybody got because we had never saw that. Because we saw this shit a million times now. Not winning, not the winning part, but what he can do on the basketball court. No, I'm telling you, a lot of people in the NBA can do exactly what Michael Jordan did.
No,
but you look at the resume, and what can you argue against?
The resume is what we.
Here's my thing. Hold on. Here's my thing about the
LeBron. In 15 years.
The one thing about Jordan, this is what Jordan really gonna have with LeBron, is he not only did he create his dynasty, he created his dynasty, stayed on that team, built them up, won two three-peats with him. LeBron had dynasty teams. He had a dynasty team in Miami, and you only won 2.
You gave LeBron that same exact situation, a dynasty team. He couldn't do what Jordan did.
Moments. Boy, you crashed in Dallas. So that's
I can't defend that.
You gave him the same situation. He couldn't do it.
And so you got to be able to be down. That's why I said he need one just to go out. If he get one going out, and I don't care who he do it with, I've seen him get better at 40. If he get one going out, he get all my respect. He get all of it. But right now, I ain't even going to debate it because you know how dominant Jordan was. His own team had to say, hey, bro, I don't care what you do. You can win again. Yo, I'm getting out of here. I'm getting everybody out of here. I got to go. We can't win no more. I ain't never heard that before. We can't win no more.
I just don't. Like who you play don't matter at all.
What?
I don't think I'm saying it's BG in 20 years. They're gonna say the same thing.
Remember Zion high school clips. Like it was exciting, but we look at the players he was playing against, and you be like, Man, I'll just watch his AU games because his high school games, who he was playing, who he was competing against, just wasn't on his level. But I'm not going to say Zion the best high school player ever because he cooked them little tiny. I don't want to say what I want to say. Y'all know.
So now you telling me
he was just 5 to 10 times better than everybody else.
So now
but when he got to Duke, he wasn't 5 to 10 times better than everybody else.
So 90
he was just more athletic.
He wasn't. He was just athletic.
He was just more athletic.
No,
he was still putting up the numbers. Better. No matter how you get it, you got it.
He put up the numbers. He still put up those same numbers in the NBA. You're saying that he's 5 to 10 times more better than everybody else.
Most people were healthy. Most players were healthy.
When healthy is a crazy word.
When healthy, yeah, he can't do nothing.
Yeah, ain't never gonna. Yeah.
Look, I don't think you understand how skilled Jordan was. I don't think you fully understand it.
But that's the thing. I think when we arguing in LeBron's side, I'm not. I lived through it. I seen it. Mike is amazing. I just think the best person to master basketball, like when I think about, all right, I want to learn something and I want to master the craft of it. Just the craft of basketball. There's no world where LeBron's not the master of basketball. I'm sorry.
My problem, BG.
Mike's the best winner. He never lost in the finals. Bill Russell won the most. I get all these other guys. Shaq the most dominant. But just learning the game of basketball and being great at every facade of it is crazy to not have Bron.
My problem is being a master and doing all the stuff with the teams you had. There's no reason to have 4 rings in 22 years being the master. There's no way you could be the master with the teams you have and only have.
Kobe had 5 and 20. Jordan had 6 and 17.
So both of these are a better percentage, but they're not your master.
They didn't play as long. They couldn't play as long.
15.
He took breaks too. Mike.
These are both better percentages. They're not the master.
He needed a break.
What's the point?
But BG,
he needed a break.
These are better percentages. What's the point?
Yeah, the thing about mastering it, that's two different things. Yes, if we're gonna master the career of basketball, you're gonna go through LeBron James. Nobody had a better career than him.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like LeBron James would be the only black belt in the history of the NBA. Like he conquered this shit. Like he know how to do everything about that.
Like my thing, BG. If I wanna invest, if I wanna go to a master, say I want to learn crypto, I want to learn how to invest. I want to go to, the goal is to, what's your goal? Make money. All right, cool. I'm going to go to somebody who excelled at the goal. So basketball, okay, go ahead. LeBron excelled. I'm not saying he didn't excel. But if I want to go to the master, would I not go to someone who excelled more?
Would you want to go to someone who excelled in an era where crypto was 5 cents on the dollar, or you want to go to one where it's $50,000?
Y'all go.
It depends on what you. It depends. It depends on what you want, right? Because you're talking
championships.
Jordan was doing good in crypto when crypto was 5 cents. So LeBron is doing great in crypto when crypto is 50,000.
I want to win.
Two different things. It's two different things.
No, they're all NBA championships. They're all NBA championships. They're not different at all.
It's different. It was a different game of basketball.
It's championship. If I want to win,
it's not those champions. So you're saying
I may go to Steph Curry if he win another ring. We may have to go to Steph Curry.
And you can
on your watch. This young player been here 10 years is smoking you on your watch, and you're the master. But we got a little 6'3" player out here smoking you. Come on now.
Well, one team.
You talking about?
I'm talking
about the championships that LeBron have won. They have all been against a greatest ever at maybe 3 out of the 5 positions.
What?
The greatest point guard ever, Steph.
Slash greatest shooter.
I'm not going to debate you. I'm not going to debate you with that. You can say Magic. Fuck that old nigga. Get him out of here.
Probably the greatest scorer ever. Oh, he ain't take
Kevin Durant.
Oh, he did
beat Kevin Durant.
He did beat Kevin Durant. Okay, see, don't disrespect my OG.
He beat the shit out of them boys.
He beat him. He
beat the shit out of them boys.
Oh, that don't matter?
Young Katie who came
30 a night.
Hey, remember that? Hey, didn't Golden State have them boys down?
No, they had Golden State down. That's when KD left. And
I ain't talking about that year. I
team.
thought the year that when KD went to the finals with, against Miami.
No.
So you got the greatest point guard ever. You got the second greatest. No, my list. He's the greatest shooting guard ever.
Who the greatest shooting guard ever?
I mean, he played in an era with the greatest shooting guard ever. Kobe.
Who?
Like these are the people that he had to compete. Like he's competing against some of the greatest to ever do it. You cannot say that about Jordan in that era of basketball and who he had to play against when he was winning.
Hold on. Why y'all act like these dudes was garbage though? Y'all think Steve Smith was garbage? Steve Smith had
What?
Glenn Rice had game.
Glenn Rice would be eighth man.
No, he would not. You tripping. You tripping hard. Glenn Rice had game. Serious.
Glenn Rice was better than who? James Harden? Like who you talking about? Who you talking about? Like who is he better than today?
Who is he better than? I can think of several teams.
Nobody.
He was better than New Orleans small forward. He was better than
now you
Charlotte
naming niggas that ain't got shit to do with shit.
I just don't understand if you're as good as you say you are, like you just should be with the teams that you have.
That's the thing. Basketball is a team sport, right? So when Kawhi won Finals MVP, right? LeBron averaged a 30-point triple double in that series. Mm-hmm. Nothing you can do. When LeBron lost to Golden State and Kevin Durant and them boys, he led every team in every statistical category: points, rebounds, assists, blocks, steals.
KD outplayed him.
Oh my God, bro.
For the past
how you say somebody outplayed me when I led both teams in every statistical category?
KD outplayed them.
The numbers lie. If you watch that series,
no. You can say that about a lot of things. You cannot say that about LeBron when he averaged a 30-point triple double.
When I say the numbers lie, I'm not saying he was didn't have those stats. KD was the best player on the floor.
Yes.
If you sit there and watch, I think that's a BG on mute. I think that's the biggest difference for me. Like I believe numbers can lie. I believe numbers can lie. Like if you watch the game, who's the best player on that floor?
KD was the best player on the floor.
KD was the best player on the floor.
I think he was the best player on the floor. I think he was the most efficient player on the floor.
That's the best
He's
player
the best player on that floor. I don't know his efficiency. I'm just going out.
I think he was. No, it was games in the finals. It was games in the finals.
I don't know.
It was games in the finals. He was shooting like 9 for 15 and had 34 points. Like 9 for 15 is amazing. To get 34 or 15 points. I mean, 15 shots.
Well, let coach tell it. 10 for 25 and 37 is amazing too.
No, so again, I keep telling you about that 10 for 25. When you are an elite defensive player, you can miss some shots, bro, because you're gonna play deep.
But what I'm telling you, when you look at LeBron and LeBron in these finals, everybody that has won and beat LeBron in the finals, the person that gets the Finals MVP is I'm gonna say 2 times. Is the person that guarded him. And he, in both of those series where Andre Iguodala and Kawhi Leonard won Finals MVP, LeBron averaged damn near 30, 11, and 9.
Yeah, but that was the goal. The goal was to make him do everything.
Exactly. So when you look at when LeBron lost, especially when he lost to Golden State the first time, Kyrie was hurt, Kevin Love was hurt. He didn't have his 2 superstars with him. Just how you have the 2 greatest shooters of all time.
Hey, Luke, my man texted me and told me to tell you to read this comment at the bottom of the screen. He just texted me and said,
I just said it. We can't explain that. We said that.
I'll say the same thing.
We said we can't explain that.
Bro, he did no pass to that. That's the worst thing that happened in his career to me.
He
fucked up. You blew it. You blew it.
He knows it too. He say it. He talk about that.
They say it's a team sport. I think for the past 15 years, he's had good teams.
He has.
So like we can't bring. I'm gonna get.
So if you only talk about the past 15 years, he's 4 and 11.
4 and 11.
4 championships in those 15 years. He's 4 years with one, 11 years without.
Trash. But you're
And if you talk about finals appearances in those 11 years, he's 4 for 6. He's 4 for 6.
You're the master. Like, so if you're the master, and I've seen a guy get it done 6 times in 8 years,
Right.
and I constantly see you lose every year. Like, I have a hard time putting master on this because you got the teams to do it. You're just not getting it done.
You just said in the 15 years, in these past 15 years, that's if we only count that, right? Let's say he's 4 for 6 in finals.
Right, and we compare to him somebody who went 6 out of 8 years. So why is that a comparison?
He's 4 for 6.
Not went 6 out of 8 years, won 6 out of 8 years.
Yeah,
But
that's
why
why
you
you
just
just.
But the thing is,
6 and 8.
We talk about it, and y'all omit Jordan's the first half of his career. Like,
we just
he
omitted
wasn't getting
LeBron's
swept.
first half. We're doing the same thing, Luke.
Swept and all this stuff.
We just omitted
we talk about it in the totality, but he's 4 for 6, and Kobe was
okay. Let's do
what,
the totality.
5 for 8, 5 for 7, 5 for
22. It's worse for LeBron. So we may want
worse
to
for
omit
LeBron.
the first 4 years for both because it gets worse if we bring in everybody's first 9 years. 4 for 22, 6 for 15.
That's
The
why
numbers
he
get
need
worse.
one, man. He need
So
one.
I was trying to help him out with the 4 from 11. I'm trying to get him a boost.
You can't help me out because at the end of the
Because
day,
it get
when you
worse if
talk
we
about
bring in
the
the Burn
era,
younger years.
you talk about the era of basketball. You're one of your goats, Kobe Bean Bryant. That was your guys all on your walls back there, paintings
That's my
everywhere.
guy.
Exactly. Kobe won in this era of basketball. The era of basketball that we're discussing then versus now, we just talked about it. Like, Jordan didn't play any elite guards.
That's not true.
Help you out though, bro.
Name one that I agree with and BG agrees with and everybody else here agrees with when you say
I said Penny Hardaway. Y'all don't want to give me Penny.
Penny Hardaway got drafted in 96.
You're counting Penny. So the Penny can only be counted for Mike's second three-peat, not the first one. So for 3 of those years, yes, Penny was in the league.
What you mean? I said Gary Payton. Y'all don't want to give me Gary Payton?
You want to give me Patrick? You want to give me Patrick Beverly with a midi? That's all that Gary
Payton is way better than Patrick Beverly. Stop that.
Hey, the glove running against Kyrie Irving.
Hey, don't do that.
You tripping, BJ.
Don't do that.
Patrick Beverly averaged 40 in high school. Gary Payton averaged 40.
Don't play with GP.
Gary Payton averaged 40 in high school.
Yo, don't play with Gary Payton.
What does that do with his NBA career?
Come on, bro.
I just said the best version of Pat.
So you saying they're the same player, Patrick Beverly?
The best version of Pat Beverly will beat the best version of Gary Payton.
No, he would not.
He averaged 40.
What is he talking about?
He averaged 40. He averaged 40 in high school.
Are you kidding me right now?
He averaged 40 in high school.
I didn't know we were talking about high school careers.
So when Gary Payton played Jordan in the finals, I want to say that was Jordan's third. When did Jordan go to his first one? 92, 93?
No, that was 96.
No, first which one do you want to know?
It was his third. It was his third. It was the third one because it was
his fourth one.
It was his fourth championship.
LA,
Seattle, Utah.
Trust me, I know.
Seattle, Utah.
Okay, so what year was that? 95, 94, 95? What year?
95, 96, or 96.
95, 96. Which one was it?
97, 98.
Jordan fan? Which one was it?
96 was the Gary Payton. 96 was the year they beat Seattle.
So 96, 97 or 95, 96?
95,
96.
They might say 96, 97.
Yeah, 95, 96, because 96, 97 was Utah, 97, 98 was Utah, and he retired.
Gary Payton averaged 19 points.
Hey, Isaiah Thomas was elite. And when he was elite, he was kicking Mike ass. So he was elite.
Beating the Bulls. He wasn't kicking Mike ass. Mike was the best player on the court. But he was
BG, what's your point?
Y'all, because Luke just said LeBron was the best player on the court, and y'all said, what was your excuse for Dallas?
BG, what's your point?
For Detroit? What was my excuse for? Like, don't tell me that full of like the things that y'all nitpick at LeBron for when it happened to Mike, y'all gloss over it.
Yep. What's your point, BG?
He lost.
You said what's your point? You said he was kicking Mike's ass. We can count the number of losses that Mike got, never won a championship. Only thing we saying is you count the number of losses, all of them. You count the number of wins. The percentage is not close.
I don't even want to compare.
When you compare it to your goal.
I'm trying to let my man Bronny finish his career, Just
Shaq
get
got
one
yep.
chip, Ronnie, and it
Shaq
shuts everything up.
Shaq got more losses than Bill Russell, and I guarantee you got Shaq rated over Bill Russell.
We stayed in the conversation.
A whole lot of years. Shaq had way more years
Hold
than
on.
Bill Russell. He got way more championships. Bill Russell got way more championships than Shaq. But I guarantee you got Shaq over Bill Russell.
Hey,
I don't got none of them. I don't got none of them old niggas in no type of
one
nothing.
ahead
So
of
it
you.
can't be me. I ain't got none of them
Marcus
old niggas in there. I ain't
Marcus
got
right
none of
here.
them old. So
He is
I do.
one ahead.
I do.
Russ is one ahead of Shaq. Just Shaq is ahead of him by a hair, bro.
Point not made, BG.
By a hair, dog. I mess with Bill Russell though.
I'm just saying the things that y'all nitpick about LeBron with, I feel like y'all gloss over when it comes to the other stars that we comparing them to.
I'm not trying to
like
gloss
what?
over.
Such as what?
He was getting his ass kicked too.
So
that's fine. He didn't get his ass kicked as much as Brian.
Hold on. So Luke's sitting up here saying, who did he play?
It was just much less.
You had Bird. You had his first repeat. You had Bird and Magic and Isaiah. So I don't know what you want me to say about that. What you want me to say? They wasn't good. They wasn't elite. These are elite players.
You're going off the name now. We're not going off the time of the players.
Like I'm a firm believer in 20 years, players are going to be better. Players are going to be better.
I don't know how they can get better. 20 years,
players are going to be better.
Ask your question, Billy. What do you think players can do to be better, though?
I don't know. I don't think back in 1990 they could fathom that they're going to do the stuff they're doing today.
Fuck, what you talking
about? You think they would think?
What you think they about to put blubber in their shoes and jump from half court?
Today would look like this.
I think
whatever happens will happen.
I think once they saw Mike, I think they knew it was going to.
They probably thought that in 1990, BG.
I think right now, outside of maybe one or two people, I think us as a human race, I think we're at peak athleticism. I think this is the peak. What else could we do? Right?
No.
Like you got Usain Bolt.
You saying records ain't gonna get broken no more?
Yes, it is.
Records don't
one
have
of them,
nothing to do
one
with
of them,
athleticism.
These records will get broken.
One of them.
They're gonna break Steph Curry's shooting record. They're gonna break LeBron points.
No, they not. No, they not.
No, they not.
They're not gonna play long enough. They're not gonna play long enough.
I'm gonna tell you.
Do you understand that everybody's playing longer and playing well, not just LeBron? Like Steph is like 36, 37. It's not just LeBron. The trend's starting. A lot of players are playing really late 30s. So it's not just Bron, it's a lot of players that are playing. So the trend is going to continue.
I'm not talking
you
about
think
nobody
he's going to be the only player that plays great into the 40s? We've seen the trend.
So
now.
we said Kevin Durant is one of the greatest scorers of all time.
The difference is where he started. He started off averaging 25 and 5. He had no down years. Like LeBron had no statistical down years.
No.
These players you talking about have statistical down years.
It was so.
I don't think I'm saying that in 20 years, records going to be broken. 20, 30, 40.
You're going to need somebody to be elite for 22 years.
You're going to need somebody to average 40.
Elite for 22. Not be in the NBA, not be in the league.
But
you're going to have to be elite for 22 years.
No, listen, remember.
The craziest thing about it, like when you sit here, I was talking to my uncle, they never thought that the record would be broken for LeBron James. They never thought, they can't fathom it. Now it's happened. So we're at a time that we can't fathom it 30, 40 years down the line. Like it's gonna happen. Like we're so stuck in the moment. Like they were stuck in the moment that we don't think it can happen, and then it happens.
So look,
you got to think like Kevin Durant is one of the greatest scorer we've ever seen. Right? Great.
He is one of the greats though, but not the greatest.
Kevin Durant is the greatest scorer of the basketball. We like from 3-point at 7 foot from 3-pointer, mid range, post up, drive and dunk. He can score from all over, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's 13,000 points behind LeBron.
Mm-hmm.
That ain't got nothing to do with 20, 30 years from now.
So again,
do you think there?
When did I, real quick? When did I say Michael Jordan was bad?
You ain't never said.
Who said Jordan?
I never said that. No, he said Bird was raving about how Jordan dropped 50 points on him when they beat the Bulls, but Mike was bad. I never said. Like when
Mike
did
was
Brian Green say
Mike was great?
Amazingly,
nobody's taking nothing from Mike.
No, y'all are playing both sides of the fence because if it's competition was that bad as y'all making it, y'all can't put him at 3. You can't put him in your top 3. If your knock on him was the conversation, why you putting him over KD? Why you putting him over Melo? Why you putting him over Kobe? Why you putting him over all them people?
Because you
if
do
it's coming,
still
they don't put him in the
because
top
you do still have to win. Remember what I said. I'm not bringing Melo and T-Mac and AI in these conversations, the amazing talents that they were, because you do still gotta win. Just like you said, the goal is to
why
win.
is he still over Steph?
I'm not bringing
why is he over Steph?
I'm not bringing bums into this
So why is
conversation.
LeBron over him and not Steph Curry?
Because he has more things to put on the table. Yes, I had 5 rings I could put on the table, but LeBron has more. I'm only bringing up.
LeBron don't have more things to put on the table. No, he don't.
Yeah, he do.
What? Yeah, he do.
Let's go down.
No, I don't want to go down.
Let's go down. No, he don't.
No,
from Steph?
Talking about from Steph, he has more to put on the table than Steph.
He got more to put on the
table.
Talking
about Jordan.
You just asked me about Steph.
You missed the question in the middle of it. I asked you.
Why was I looking for a question in the middle? You asked me a question at the end. You said, why do you have him over Steph? And I told you why. That's it.
You said he got more to bring to the table.
And then I more to put on the table than Steph Curry does.
LeBron has more to put on.
That's why I have
Mike
him
has
over
more
Steph.
to put on.
He's going to put more on the table.
And then you missed the middle part. You wasn't listening. And then I said, okay, if he has more to bring to the table, then why is he over Mike?
Because every time I look at an all-time list, his name's in the top 5. Mike's not.
Oh, so it's just all-time list, not the accomplishments while they playing.
No,
it's an all-time list.
No, Billy. It's everything. Mike can put all his accomplishments on the table.
So you said
LeBron can too. But add all of LeBron shit, just like you adding all of Mike shit.
So that's what I'm saying. Mike has. I can go down Mike awards and accomplishments. It's going to be greater than LeBron.
So Billy,
that's what I'm telling you. He has more awards than LeBron, but LeBron has more.
He has more accomplishments and achievements. So I don't think LeBron beats him in his longevity.
He doesn't have more achievements. He has more trophies to show, but he doesn't have more achievements. LeBron is achieved
cool. To make sure I understand,
way more than Mike. Basketball court.
No.
So when you say the things that LeBron is higher than, it's going to be longevity shit. Correct.
Because everything he broke Mike with, the score that Mike was, I had more points than you with 1,200 less shots. I had more assists. I had more rebounds. I had more blocks.
Who averaged more?
Who averaged more?
Okay, the numbers are not the same. They didn't play the same amount of games. They didn't play the same amount of minutes.
LeBron James. LeBron James ain't a scorer, and I pass you. I'm not a scorer, and I pass you more easier. I pass you. I'm not a scorer. I'm not a scorer. If I'm not a scorer, you average more than me, but I'm better because I scored more than you with less time shooting.
Okay, cool. I love that logic.
If we was in the gym, if me and you both walked in the gym, and me and you both walked in the gym and they said make 1,000 jumpers, and I made it quicker than you, I'm going home before you. I'm better than you. Why take you so long?
But BG, you're not looking at this right, bro.
So if you shot 1,000 jumpers before I shot my first jumper, you're better than me.
Hold on, Billy.
Because I got
no. If I made my 1,000 jumpers in 15 shots and you made your 1,000 jumpers in 200 shots.
Thank you, Luke. I didn't say he made it at a younger age. He made it with 1,200 less shots.
No.
Okay, so my question is, who averaged more? So that's just a basic rule of math. That's a basic rule of math, BG. If the playing field is not even, if this is 30 and this is 20, if you want to compare them, you take the averages.
Here's
who average more?
I'm gonna take how long it took you to get to it. Like, why did it take you?
Here's the thing.
Why'd you have to shoot more to get there?
But when we talk all of these stats this way, right? And we saying all this, I'm gonna tell you something, Billy. Almost 10 years ago, even more than that, I was saying LeBron is going to be the next Wilt. I was already saying it was undeniable. He was going to break all of the stats. He's going to get all the stats. Wilt Chamberlain is still got stats that ain't nobody breaking to this day. It didn't make Wilt better than Jordan. And Jordan, for him to win 6 rings,
why don't you put Wilt over Jordan?
What's that? Do Wilt got over Jordan?
So let me ask you a question. So the level of competition doesn't play.
I can't let you finish because you just said Wilt got a bunch of stats that Jordan will never reach. What?
I said he got stats that people will never reach. Let me finish my point.
Rebounds, you're 7 foot, of course.
No. Let me
you
finish.
can't. I'm not gonna let you say something false. He don't have nothing that Mike didn't hit. Mike got everything. what individual games because he scored 100. I don't give a fuck about it.
I said records. I said records. It's
what records do Wilt have?
Hold on. Cool.
Individual game records?
Coach, watch this. Coach. Do you not think the reason why Wilt has those records because there was no other 7-footer in the NBA?
No. Wilt got them records because Wilt is that great. The thing about Jordan, I'm telling you, he had to sacrifice himself to make sure his team go. That's what I mean.
Jordan didn't sacrifice shit.
Okay. That's the whole
Jordan didn't sacrifice shit.
Okay.
That's why none of his teammates like him. He didn't sacrifice shit.
Again, I'm gonna say this again.
What did Jordan sacrifice?
You watch it. Oh, you
Billy, it's
go
too
and
late to be
sacrifice
pouring
the win.
drinks, dog.
What I'm asking you, Coach. Don't ask me what I watched. I'm asking you what, in your opinion, did Jordan sacrifice? Because the nigga was playing.
You gotta sacrifice for the sake of the team if you're gonna win 6 chips. Bro.
What did he sacrifice, Coach?
So
don't tell me you got. Don't tell me what he sacrificed.
So if you saying that's the thing, then that means everybody sacrificed.
The amount of times that he gonna shoot, he gonna sacrifice his numbers.
He didn't sacrifice the amount of times he was gonna shoot. What is you talking?
I'm just telling you, bro. The same way we look at Tatum, and you be like 25 shots. That's it. I don't need to go 30. I'm gonna sacrifice some of that for the sake of the team. That's
BG. That's what I win this year. That's what I come back and win this year.
Billy, I agree. Remember, I did agree with that point.
That's what I come back and win.
And that topic last episode that if Steph could somehow win his 5th championship,
he's at the table.
He gets to sit at the table with the GOAT show. He sits at the table with the GOAT.
I think he sits at the table.
Not even a
question.
Anyway. He sits down with them.
Yes,
I think he sits. I think he sits at the table with GOATs now.
No. When I say GOATs, I'm thinking like
you're talking about the top 3.
Yeah, he moved to number 3 for me. He win.
He can pass LeBron.
You taking LeBron out?
I'm taking Brian out.
LeBron. If he
why
wouldn't you take Kobe? Why would so that means he would.
I'm gonna take the number 3 person out. So I'm gonna take the number 3 person out.
So, but why wouldn't he move to number 2 and Kobe go 3?
Hey, he can pass
because he's gonna go to number 3, so number 3 will go out.
If he wins another championship,
why wouldn't he jump both of them?
Why would he jump both?
I don't think he would jump both of them.
Why not?
Why?
He got 5. Kobe got 5. Kobe got 5, and he played in Kobe era too.
And if he wins this year, he did it with less talent than Kobe.
Yeah, way less. Yeah,
he did.
But he ain't got more. He ain't got more chips than Kobe.
He'll have the same amount.
He has same
but
amount.
He ain't got more. So I'm just going to take out the person who got more then.
So the only way to jump him is to get more.
Yeah, if he got 6, he jumps.
So if he gets 6,
if he got 6, 2.
If he gets 6, well,
2.
I don't understand the logic.
If he gets 6, go ahead. 2. Kobe's 3.
That can happen.
6.
Hey, he got to jump.
He jumping the 2.
Hey, Billy, if he win this year, he got to jump Kobe off your logic. He'll be 5 in 15 years.
What?
So he'll be
5
in winning
3.
Yeah,
but his winning percentage will have been better than Kobe. So why is Kobe above him?
Off your logic, Billy, he'll have to jump Kobe
because the awards and accomplishments don't compare.
No. We talking about the percentage. He's won 5 years. He won
unanimous MVP.
His MVP was unanimous. Nobody else has one.
Listen, I'm talking when I was comparing first LeBron and Jordan, the awards and accomplishments. Jordan got the awards, defense, offense, MVP, everything, and the stats over him. So yeah, if he jumps 5, they have the same amount of rings. But if you look at those awards, Kobe trumps him.
No.
Kobe got 12 all defensive teams. He has 0.
LeBron would trump him too, except for in one award, and that's championship. So that
and defensive teams.
No, I'm talking about Steph. I'm asking you why Steph jumps everybody. Why does he jump LeBron but doesn't jump Kobe? All the things you saying, he don't beat Kobe in, he don't beat LeBron in either. Except for one thing.
That's why he's behind LeBron right now.
No, he
jumps just one championship jump.
Yeah, one to put him above it.
One puts him above Kobe and LeBron.
Both of them. If it's gonna be one, it got to be both.
Hold on.
If you want to do that, that's cool. I'm not debating that.
I'm not doing it because LeBron my GOAT.
And that's fine. I'm just talking about
LeBron my one, nigga.
I'm not saying you got to do it.
And you beating LeBron 3 of those times?
And you beating him.
Come on,
Yeah,
y'all.
bro.
Stop that.
Like,
Stop that. Man.
During
He
his
ain't-
run.
Come on, I get what y'all trying to say, but if he ain't have KD, he wouldn't have got that. He wouldn't have got them 2 rings against LeBron.
man, we ain't
He got
trying to hear
rings
that.
without KD.
It happened.
Easy
It happened.
said,
I can't take it
LeBron
away.
I mean,
That
70.
ring
He got
without-
one
Okay.
without
No, let
KD.
me-
He
wait,
got
wait,
one
wait,
without
If
KD.
Bron don't have
He
his
got
wait,
one
wait,
without
wait.
And a unanimous
70
MVP.
73 and 9. Who beat him?
Huh?
Hey, you got
LeBron.
one without
Nope.
KD, right? But
73 and
that
9.
the
Who
first
beat
He
one,
him?
got 2 without KD.
you,
No, he
you
he got
Yeah.
the
He
first
got
one.
He
2
got 2 without
KD.
He
KD,
got
yeah.
2 without KD, but he
no,
was
we're
the
talking
Finals
about
MVP.
when KD and before. We're talking about
Who was
KD and before, not after KD. We're talking about the first one you won without KD.
Right.
Kevin Love and Kyrie were hurt, and you had a full roster. You had the number 1 greatest shooter of all time. You had the number 2 greatest shooter of
So
all time,
what? Y'all keep
and you
doing
had
that.
one of the best teams in the NBA.
Bro, why do you pay
That
a
means a
lot
lot.
for that?
That means a lot.
I
Don't
don't
act
like.
like that.
But
I
hold on.
don't like you picking that side, Luke, because I can't knock a person for what they have.
Yes.
I can't hurt you
I'm
for what you
not
have.
knocking
you
them for
gotta
what they
understand this
have,
too.
But
but
we
what I'm
saw
saying is if the same conversation, the same argument we have right now for Cleveland and Indiana, if Evan Mobley and Darius Garland was back, I stand on that with LeBron. If Kyrie and
I do
Kevin
think
Love,
things would have been different. Things would have been
if
different.
Kevin
Yeah,
if Kevin Love and Kyrie
Okay.
were there,
But
I'm-
that's
Hold on.
that's
that
something
could've-
that
But
helped.
doing this,
That's
you-
something that helped the
can't do
LeBron
this with-
argument. That's something that helped the LeBron argument. But I wouldn't use it to hurt Steph's. You
No,
can't
it don't
say,
hurt Steph.
well,
No.
Because
but
you're
you was bringing it up. You
the
said,
number
well,
2
you had
shooter.
this.
I'm
and
gonna
you had one,
throw this out here, BG.
It felt like you was trying to stab at
BG.
Steph for having what he had.
I got
I
something for
don't
you.
like that part of it.
What I'm saying
By
is
the
that
by the numbers,
Cavaliers
by the
roster
numbers,
was full.
2018. By the numbers, 2018, those teams were even. By the numbers, you can say what you want. And they swept Cleveland,
By the numbers, which teams was? Say it again.
Golden State,
2018
and
and Cleveland.
I
Cleveland.
get that, man. But
The
damn,
averages,
who was
Which teams?
could a Mike team
Cleveland,
beat that Golden
Golden
State
State.
team?
By the numbers,
Say what?
You think
going
a
into
Michael
that playoffs.
Jordan,
By the numbers,
that 98 Michael Jordan team could have beat that Golden State
Hell
Warriors
yeah, that
team?
96 Bulls team is beating Golden State.
With
KD?
Kevin Durant.
Hell yeah.
No,
Mhm.
man, that's what's wrong with you. Oh, y'all not real.
How old are you? How old are you?
You
I am
right behind me,
37.
Z.
I'm
Z-
37.
You ain't
old.
Listen,
37.
my
Ain't
question
them
is,
boys,
you
them
ain't
boys
37.
not,
Hold
that
on,
boys
Man,
team
get them
not
old
beating
niggas
that.
out of
hey,
here,
I'm
man.
gonna tell you a
beating
game
Golden
changer
State,
question.
Why,
I'm gonna
why
tell you a
think-
game. Can we?
why
Can
think
you
the
hand
Bulls
check?
didn't beat them?
Say it again.
It's
Can
nobody.
you
It's
hand check?
nobody on that Bulls team stopping Kevin Durant.
Why wouldn't they?
Who's
we seen
gonna?
KD.
That's the
We
question.
seen
Can
Jason
you
Kidd guard Kevin
hand check
Durant.
changes a lot.
Who?
We
Man, they
seen
wasn't
Jason
hand
Kidd
checking
guard
Jordan.
Kevin Durant.
Listen, we're
No,
talking
I'm saying
about
if they
Golden
play Golden
State.
State, can they
We're
hand
talking
check
about Golden
Steph
State version of
and
Kevin
Durant?
Durant.
They
No
hand check
one is
them.
beating. The Bulls was
Scottie
not going to.
Pippen is
legally.
guarding him.
No, he's not. He's shooting over
Yes, he
Scotty all
is.
day. No, he's
If
not.
they
No,
He
can't
is.
make
Yes,
it,
he is
oh,
guarding
He
him.
is guarding
no,
him.
listen to
But
me,
we've
BG. Wait,
seen
BG,
we've
BG, listen.
seen what a 6'8" player does
BG,
to Kevin Durant. Not
BG.
much.
Kevin
Nothing.
Durant
That's
is
not.
a
You're
footer.
not really. You're not stopping.
him.
I don't see you
Who?
when I shoot my jump shot.
Let me tell you something.
Scotty,
Tony Allen used to give Kevin Durant fits, and he was 6'4".
And he sent him home every single playoffs, and he was
Every
probably
playoffs,
averaging
man.
30 while doing it.
Coach,
It
come
looked
on,
good.
no,
It
no.
sound good.
Hey,
Just like
Coach,
what was
you
my
gotta,
man
Coach,
name?
you gotta
Hey,
be
Billy,
real right
Billy,
now,
what was my
man.
man named
I
Ruben
love
Patterson?
KD.
They
I'm
called
just
him the
telling you,
Kobe
he's
stopper,
giving him
and Kobe
fits.
was averaging like 40 on him. Like,
No,
hey,
I'm just saying.
just like Kawhi Leonard and Andre Iguodala,
like,
the LeBron stoppers.
like,
The nigga
like if
averaged
I'm
a 30-point
averaging
triple
more than my
double.
season average,
Come
they
on,
not
Coach.
stopping me.
Yes,
They
it
just
is.
making it hard. They
That
making me
Bulls team
sweat.
is not
They not
beating that
stopping me.
That Bulls team is not beating that KD, Steph,
What?
and Clay
That
team.
Bulls team smacking them.
No,
No,
who,
no,
bro?
no,
So
no.
hold on.
Who's
watch
Steve
this.
Kerr gonna guard on the Golden State Warriors?
Say
I'm
what?
gonna tell you who
Steve Kerr
could
didn't
though.
even start.
I'm
He didn't start for
Hey,
that team.
BG, I'm gonna tell you who
He
could
get
beat
in the
him.
game. Who he guard?
Who
What
BJ
you mean? Who he
Armstrong's
guard?
Who
guarding
he
him?
guard when he get in the game?
Who John
barely got
Paxson
in. Not
guarding?
like Steve Kerr just got a lot of
Who
minutes. on that
John
team.
Paxson guarding?
John Paxson is on the first.
Who BJ
I'm
Armstrong
talking about the
guarding?
second three-peat.
Who Luke Longley guarding?
Who
We talking about
Ron?
this. He
Ron
guarding
Harper. Who Ron Harper guarding?
Who Ron?
Ron Harper guarding all of them.
Hey, Ron Harper. Hey,
No, BG,
Ron
No.
Harper,
don't
nice.
you do that.
Ron, I'm
Don't
not.
do
Listen,
that. Don't
I'm
do
not
that,
on.
BG.
I'm
We're
not on
talking about this
side.
Golden State
I'm just
team.
saying.
So
We're
hold
talking
on.
about this Golden State team. We're not talking about Ron Harper guarding in that 90s.
BG thinks that Ron Harper would have been able to chase Clay around, not stop Clay, but when they was just one-on-one, he would have been able to guard Clay.
Who
and he would. I'm just saying. I just don't like the disrespect.
Like, this a genuine question.
There was never a one-on. It was never a one-on-one with Clay. Clay don't play one-on-one basketball.
Clay don't even dribble, dog.
Who was chasing Reggie Miller?
They switched off to get Reggie.
No, I'm saying who chasing.
And Reggie was busting their ass.
Majority of the game.
I mean, Reggie was tough though.
Reggie was busting their ass, and you think the two greatest shooters ain't gonna give these niggas a problem?
They beat the hell out the Pacers though.
Hey, BG, you know who I'm betting my money on to beat that team?
Who?
The B which team?
01 Lakers.
01 Lakers.
Oh,
beat.
Shaq,
01 Lakers.
01 Lakers.
Hey, Shaq,
wait.
Shaq gonna get Luke Longley 60 every night.
Guess why?
I'm betting them against Golden State too.
No, but
I think they'd be both.
Shaq gonna give you 60.
The reason why I'm gonna agree with you, Billy, is because nigga, who's gonna stop Shaq?
Nobody.
But what's gonna stop Shaq is the 3-ball.
They had the 3-ball and Shaq was fucking dominant.
Coach, man.
But they
what is you talking about, Coach? You sound silly,
listen,
man.
The game I'll keep trying to explain to you is two different games. It's two different games.
The starting center for Golden State Warrior was Andrew Bogut.
The first time.
The first one. They played different.
And 73.
It was Kevon Looney and
the 73 and 9 team.
Yeah, Bogut.
The KD team was
That's
Bogut.
not KD team.
Bogut
Kevon Looney was the one after KD.
No, KD.
Yeah, KD went on the 73 and 9 team.
He didn't play on the 73 and 9 team.
The next year, and Bogut wasn't there when KD was there, I thought.
Look at us.
I think
Bogut was there 1 year. I think Bogut was there 1 year.
He got hurt. That was his last year when he broke his
I
leg.
feel like Bogut was there 1 year, then Looney came in.
No, Bogut was there 2 years.
This is the key. At the end of the day, they still got to guard these two motherfuckers too.
That's what I'm trying to help them.
They still do got to guard these motherfuckers too.
Not worried about Pippen.
You telling me
not worried about Pippen.
Them playing small ball. You're not playing
That's
small
tough
ball
right
with Michael Jordan on the court.
I'm not saying it
was Andrew Bogut.
Yeah.
It was Steph Curry. It was Steph Curry the first year. It was that 2018? 2018, 2019. Steph Curry, Draymond Green, Klay Thompson, Kevon Looney was there. I think he was a rookie. But it was DeMarcus Cousins coming off the bench too. And Draymond Green, Andre Iguodala.
That's
all
the
them
last
boys.
year.
No, that's the last year, Luke, because remember they didn't win a championship with Cousins. They lost with Cousins. So yeah.
Okay, so 2017, 2018.
I did 2016.
2017. No, Braun won in 2016. Yeah, they won in 2016. So 2015, 2016. So 2016, 2017.
No, what I was saying about
Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, Draymond, Andre, Sean Livingston, Kevon Looney, JaVale McGee, Zaza Pachulia.
JaVale McGee. Yeah, I was about to say
Bogut
wasn't there. Bogut wasn't
and
there with Durant.
Shaq killing all them niggas.
Yeah, but
ain't no 3-point shooting bigs on that team. Shaq killing them all.
But it's not about shoot. It's the rest of them niggas shoot threes. That's what's gonna kill the points and the paint. Because we gonna make you come out the paint. Because we gonna shoot threes to your
Who gonna make them come out the paint? Kevon Looney just sitting screaming and rolls.
That 3-point shooting gonna be as efficient as Shaq.
Yeah, they go. That's how they go.
No,
we gonna run.
Because Kevon in the 70% range.
Hey Chip.
Against that team.
Let's not forget the head of the snake was Phil Jackson. Steve Kerr wasn't going out scheme. He was gonna figure a way to keep Shaq in that paint, dog.
Yeah,
Phil Jackson was gonna figure a way.
And
Shaq was going never had to guard the 3-point line.
The question was going to be, what game are we playing? Are we playing in today's game, or are we playing?
It don't matter if it was today's game or yesterday's game.
And we play
the 01 Lakers win.
This is going to be a running match.
If you play yesterday's game, the 01 Lakers win.
No.
I like the 01 Lakers over Golden State, dog. I'm sorry.
Man.
That's a tough match.
I like the 01 Lakers over here.
You act like the 3-point line didn't exist then.
I like the 01 Lakers over a lot of. It got to be everybody because I like them over 73 and 9. I gotta like them over everybody.
Over everybody.
It's a whole different existence. They was different.
I mean, then he keep talking about, you know what I'm saying, them score. Kobe Bryant's still out there.
He is.
You got to deal with that too.
You definitely got to deal with that. But that was the
thing. You got Big Shot Bob out there.
Rob. You got to worry about Rob.
Yeah.
Dog, them
Derek Fisher was shoot that motherfucker too.
Chip, you was right in the city. Dog, we won the championship by winning that first game. We didn't think they could be beat.
No.
We didn't think
They
they could
was
be beat. We won one game and we was in the
that
city
team was
going
low.
crazy.
Going nuts.
We was acting like we really won the championship, like it was the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
One win. We got one win. That's how
Yeah.
good that team. That 01 Lakers team was different, dog.
It was definitely different.
They
And
were
Shaq
different.
was unstoppable. At that,
Dog,
at
you
that
gotta
year,
think, bro. Like Kobe
Shaq might have
Bryant,
been the
Derek
best player
Fisher,
ever.
and you got like Rick Fox wasn't out there doing this thing at that time. Rick Fox was doing this thing at that
Always
time.
gonna knock it down.
Horace Grant, Ron Harper, Robert Horry, Tyronn Lue, Shaq,
They was
Isaiah
fun.
Ryder, Brian Shaw.
Ty Lue.
But
T. Lue
the teams
T.
that
Lue
gave
was the
them
first
most
Norris
fits-
Cole, dog. He was the first Norris Cole. The
Yeah,
little
the team
dude on
that
the
gave
bench.
them the most fits was the
He
team
was
that
the
ran.
first Norris Cole.
If you had a team that could run, you gave them fits. You gave
But
them
you,
fits. Portland used to give
the
them fits.
deciding factor is Shaq.
Yeah,
But
but that's,
I
That's
get
why.
what
That's
you're
why
saying.
Shaq. That's why Shaq is 4 for me. Steph.
but that's why you beat them
Steph
with
is
the
my
three
5.
ball. You got to do
Coach,
it.
I get what you're saying running, but the best way to run is get it off the rim fast.
And you're not getting it out the rim if I'm putting
You
you
get it
through
out
the
the net
rim.
with Shaq headed down there.
You get it out the
You
net.
get it out
You
the
like
net.
to
You
take it
taking
out
it
of
out.
bounds. You
Ain't
gonna
no
be a half
running.
court. You be a half court by the time you get out the net.
Dog, who gonna
Hey,
listen? You
he gonna
saying
be
you
shooting
saying
70%.
JaVale McGee and Zaza Pachulia. If Yao Ming couldn't stop Shaq, what makes you think these two, JaVale McGee weighing 137.5 pounds, and then Zaza Pachulia gonna stop Shaq? If
You
Yao
don't-
Ming couldn't do it.
You don't stop Shaq. You treat Shaq.
Exactly. So therefore, like Billy said, you're getting the ball out the rim because I'm putting you through that
Ain't
motherfucker.
no
Yeah,
running. You
but
got
you
opportunity.
treat Shaq the same way you treat Giannis right now. Giannis is Shaq for real.
When did Shaq grab the
Oh,
fucking
God.
ball on the wing?
No,
Listen to
that's
what I'm
the
saying.
difference is Giannis don't have to. Giannis operates from the wing and the post. Shaq only is on the block.
Yeah,
You're
but
not gonna guard. You can't guard him like Giannis.
what I'm saying to you is he only gonna score twos. He only gonna score twos.
What we start
Giannis-
this
as great as Giannis
podcast off with. If them
As-
threes not falling and I'm making twos, you're gonna lose.
Listen
We
what I'm
just
saying,
saw
though.
it with Boston.
Listen what I'm saying. Most of the times, though, if you got multiple shooters, they gonna make shots, bro. And the Warriors is gonna make it at a high clip, bro. So you shooting twos, these mofos is shooting threes, and they gonna shoot
Chip,
a lot of them.
Chip, a lot of Shaq attempts is gonna be threes because he gonna get to the line. Yes, he gonna miss a lot, but at some point, Golden State gonna run out of players, dog.
No.
They don't even have the type of center that can hold Shaq. Like
Shaq-
that's the difference. They don't even have human beings that could be on the court with Shaq.
Shaq gonna get 40 and 20, and they're gonna shut
Yes.
everybody else up.
Kevon Looney is built like a guard.
Wait, who's shutting Kobe up?
Them two, Shaq and Kobe, they're gonna shut each other up because they're gonna be fighting.
They
Well,
they got a
that
three-peat.
never happened.
got a
That never
three-peat.
happened. Stop.
Who
Come on
told you
now.
that never happened?
They got a three.
They got a three-peat.
They did, and they lost number 4.
Detroit beat that ass.
Just through all that fighting, they can still win.
We know why they
beat
lost. We know why they lost. I can't
Do
say it
you
on
not
the internet.
understand?
But
do you
Kobe
not
was making wrong
understand-
decisions.
Do you not understand? Like Shaq in
He
his
said, "Who was this saying
most-
Giannis better than Shaq, bro?"
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. Hey, BJ, I
Giannis
don't
is
know.
not better than
Hey,
Shaq.
text this
I
dude,
know.
whoever this is, and tell him to just leave the chat, go to sleep.
No,
It's 2 in the
I'm
morning.
glad they up.
He
I'm
tired.
glad they up.
He
Don't
tired. He
tired.
just
He
talking,
tired.
bro.
Cause ain't no way.
tired.
Giannis better than Shaq, BG.
I ain't even
B-
mad at
BG,
you, bro.
I-
but
BG,
that's
who-
disrespectful.
BG,
He's not better
He
than
can
Shaq.
do more. He can do more than Shaq, but he's not better than Shaq.
He's not better than Shaq.
He's not better than Shaq. He can
But-
do more. I will give it. He can do more
I'm not
things
even
with
gonna
the
say he can do-
basketball.
Hey,
He can.
0-1
Shaq
Shaq.
can't,
0-1
Shaq
Shaq.
can't run from one into the other dribbling through actual
Yeah, that-
defenders. We've seen him
It's
do
probably
it.
good.
but through
Orlando
actual
Magic Shaq could.
That Magic
Orlando
Shaq was like
Shaq.
that,
through
boy.
defenders that's actually like come
Orlando
on,
Shaq.
Orlando
I'll take-
Magic
I'll take-
Shaq was
I'll
like
take
that,
Shaq.
dog.
Orlando Shaq.
Hey,
Shit.
Y'all,
but you
come
gotta
on,
think. The
come on, y'all.
0-1
This is not me saying that Giannis is better.
But you taking
mean,
up
this
for
is
that
not me
bull
saying
crap.
that
But you
y'all-
taking
yeah,
up for that bull crap that's being said right now, BG.
Hey,
Just stop
my
that
bro.
shit.
That's
Just stop that shit.
That's
Don't
my bro,
BG,
dog.
I don't
That's
give a
my
damn
bro.
if they don't give a damn
That's
if your
my bro.
pops, bro.
He
Don't
must
take
have
up for
been
that
at Kensington.
bullshit, BG. Don't do that.
He a Milwaukee
Hey,
fan.
Shaq.
I don't
Yeah,
care if
fuck
he was a
you.
goddamn
BG.
Jesus fan.
BG.
In no world is Shaq, but Giannis better than Shaq. Don't do that, bro.
No.
Don't do that, bro. Please,
Hey.
bro. Please don't do that.
Hey,
Don't do that one, bro.
Giannis ain't even in consideration for top 3 player in the NBA right now.
He in consideration top 5.
That's cap.
He's not, bro.
That's cap.
Not top 5.
Not top 3.
That's cap.
5?
I ain't gonna say top 5. I'm saying top 3.
I don't think top
I
5.
ain't saying top 3.
I say 5. I won't give him 3, but I'll give him 5.
Yeah, top
I don't
3.
even give him
Hey,
5.
look, NBA is Joker, then it's Giannis. Like everybody else after him.
You got like Shea didn't average a 30-point double.
Hey, Shea looked regular tonight.
And the number 1 team in
Shea looked regular tonight
in the NBA.
Shea
But what I'm saying, 0-1 Shaq in the playoffs averaged 31 and 15.
Yeah.
Against JaVale McGee and Zaza, that shit is 40 and 20.
Yes.
Hey, Luke, bro, you being nice right now. You're being nice.
It could have been 50.
Thank you. He's drop stepping every chance he get.
Yeah. The way he made the Dikembe Mutombo and Todd McCullough look like rag dolls in that 0-1 final, it made me know, there's no way to stop him. Like, you would need to, you got to shoot him.
I felt it in my ribs.
Oh my God, dog. He was dog, the Dikembe Mutombo post-game interviews and that finals used to be the funniest shit in history. I felt it in my ribs.
Shout out to Mutombo, man. He was the dog for us. He was the dog in the city.
He crazy. Whoever saying that defended that too now.
What?
They defended it. Giannis being better than Shaq. Go ahead.
I didn't defend Giannis being better than Shaq. I'm just saying that. Okay. I just said he can do more things athletically and all. He can dribble and he can shoot. He can shoot a jump shot occasionally. He can't shoot, but he can shoot better than Shaq. Agree or disagree? Come on, y'all. Be realistic.
More dominant in that paint than Shaq.
I never said that. I just said he can do more things than Shaq. Shaq the thing that Shaq can do? He does better than everybody.
Okay.
Shaq does better than everybody.
I be feeling like Greek is like Shaq though. To me, Greek is like a better version of Shaq.
Hey, I tell you what, Tyrese Halliburton daddy wouldn't have got in Shaq's face. Tell you that.
Hell no.
Tell you that.
Hell no.
I tell you that. I tell you that.
What, Shaq wouldn't have got his ass crossed up and buzzer beat it on either. By no damn
Shaq would have been out there.
The hell you think this is?
He fighting back, y'all. He fighting back. He said Giannis won a chip without a Kobe. Basically,
Giannis won a chip because everybody he went through was hurt, bro.
Was hurt.
He got a sympathy chip, bro. Like, come on, man. Because, like, listen, I'm not gonna forget when they was playing Brooklyn. When them balls are healthy,
and when Kyrie got hurt.
Yeah, they 50 ball Milwaukee. They was not going to win that. Jeff Teague on the podcast saying he was packing his locker because Brooklyn was sending him home.
That's facts.
That's facts.
Like, come on, now. They wasn't going to win it.
Hey, BG, please, bro, text him and just say, bro, stop with the trolling, bro.
No,
He's trolling right now.
He's trolling. No. He's a Milwaukee Bucks fan. He's fighting for his guy. You
Is he from Kensington?
You got to.
He got to be on that stuff they was on the Kensington, bro. Cause ain't no way, bro.
Okay,
you got to understand. It was times in the last 3 years that I would look people in the face and say it with a serious face that I thought Joel Embiid was the best center in the league, and I knew I was lying. So I get where he's coming from.
So you know he's lying. Oh no. So you.
But you wouldn't say Joel Embiid was better than Shaq.
Nah, you get what he said.
Best player right now versus better than Shaq is totally different.
BG, so you know he's lying right now. So you know he's trolling and lying right now, BG, because he just putting on for his team.
So we can all agree to disagree on the top 3. All our threes are different. All our threes are different.
No, I think all our threes are different, but we also understand why. Like we get right now.
And fuck them old niggas.
Exactly. Fuck them old niggas.
How old are
you? Billy, what's your number one? Your number one is who?
They all just a little bit younger than us, Chip. All of them around the same age.
You an old nigga now, Luke.
So
I'm 36, my G.
So we all say Jordan.
Right under us, dog.
We say Jordan, Cole, LeBron, and then what you had, Cole? You had Kareem.
Yeah, Kareem as his 2.
Bill Russell number 1. You had Bill Russell number 1.
No, he had Mike, Kareem, Kobe.
You gonna wake up?
I think had Wilt, Bill, and Kareem.
1, 2, or 3.
He started naming
out of here, man.
He started naming the '80s dream, the '80s Olympic team.
Pistol Pete is the best point guard ever.
Fuck
out of here, man.
I ain't putting them old niggas
Why
in
you
there.
acting like you young? You old now.
Nah, fuck them old niggas, bro.
Hey, them niggas
Oh,
them niggas.
you 37, Luke. You old.
36.
You
Niggas old as hell though.
Hey, listen. When I'm gonna find the TikTok for you, but there's a TikTok where it says random basketball shots made throughout the years, and they posted one from like the 70s and 80s. Man, you don't get these niggas out of here.
It was so many non-good players.
But I'll say this. Let me say this. What the game is missing is the creativity. Like we don't.
Now the game is not missing creativity. I don't think that at all. I think it's missing the fight. I think it's missing the fight. It's rivalries. It's missing rivalry. Everybody friends now.
No, because there's such a disconnect in there. Like the old niggas don't respect the young niggas enough, and the young niggas don't respect the old niggas enough. And it's not, and we can't evolve that way. So when the game is evolving like it is right in front of our face, the regular people won't see it. They don't see how the game is evolving. Like I know the game is in great hands, but I also know there's a lot of jerks out there that's messing up the game. The college game is a big.
Stephen A. Smith. I'm sorry.
Obviously, there was jerks back in the 80s. You talking about Jordan got drafted to a team full of crackheads. It was the same type of people. It's just different vices now. Now you got money, you got bitches, you got
social
jewelry.
media.
But you always had that. You always had that.
And you have the upper echelon that carry the game forward. It's always been that way. It's always been that way. Now you just see it more because it's everywhere.
No,
you didn't see it then. You didn't see it then.
No. The game was always missing the creativity. Certain players came through and gave it a creativity. Kyrie gives the game a different type of creativity.
Everybody in the league now gives it creativity.
No, everybody don't. Everybody is not a Kyrie Irving. You can tell Kyrie from
but everybody in the league got a better bag than John Stockton.
What?
Everybody in the league has a better bag, a handle of the ball.
Everybody in the league does not have a better bag than John Stockton. You better stop being crazy, man. These boys turning that ball over left and right. John Stockton don't turn that ball over.
Yeah, but he's talking about handles. We're not talking about.
You talking about create.
We're not talking about triple threat. We're not talking about triple threat dribbling and throwing that bitch to Karl Malone to lay it up.
No. I'm talking about I'm dribbling the ball and I ain't turning that bitch over. Period.
Yeah, that's not creative.
That is very creative.
That's triple threat.
That's just doing what you're supposed to do with the basketball. That's not creative.
Turn the ball over. I don't care if you can go behind your back 5 times. If you turn that damn ball.
John Stockton coming to the league dribbling the way he was dribbling back then today.
Say what?
He ain't on the team.
Can play in any era, man. You know that, right?
No, I don't think he can. I only say he can't because I think he's too small for this era.
What?
Hear me out. Point guard 6'5", 6'7" now.
No, they not. Pritchard is not.
Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, Luka Doncic. What are you talking about?
Peyton Pritchard is the 6th man for the Boston Celtics.
The 6th man of the year.
I'm talking of
the 6th man of the year.
He's a great 6th man.
Drew Holiday is 6'4".
I'm talking about the people John Stockton gonna have to guard. Like Peyton Pritchard not gonna get in the game till the 6-minute mark. What are he gonna do from 12 to 6?
He gonna play. What are you talking about?
Who is he gonna guard on the Celtics?
He gonna guard the same people these dudes guard. You see
Jaylen Brown?
Now.
He gonna guard Jaylen Brown.
He guarding whoever he got to guard.
Derek White. Drew Holiday will put him on the block. Drew Holiday will turn into Shaq with John Stockton.
Hey, how many years does John Stockton lead the league in steals?
How many years did AI lead the league in steals? But we don't look at AI as a defender. He just played a pat.
You know what they knew? Do not throw that ball around him. Do not throw that ball near him because he gonna get the damn ball.
And it was easy to lower his steal number because you can stop that. Hey, just don't throw the ball by him.
All right, then he's not a liability no more.
Listen. John Stockton in his era was a great basketball player.
Get that old nigga out of here, man.
You can't say he was creative. When you talk about creativity with the basketball, that is today's basketball.
Luke,
nigga, them old niggas wasn't creative.
They was out of here, bro.
They was dribbling with one hand.
No, Luke. Hey, you hoop, Luke.
Yeah, and I'll
Not
bust
no
your
more.
ass. What's up?
You would never bust my ass. Don't do that. You in Texas?
Hey, nigga, well, don't
You
make
in
me lace
Texas?
them up.
Chill, Luke.
Yeah, I'm
Chill,
out
Luke.
here.
Where
Hey,
you at,
BG,
Texas?
hey, that boy
Hey,
BG said, wait a
Where you
minute,
at?
chill.
Where
Don't do
you at?
that.
we got hey, Luke. We gotta put coach against a bird. So coach a trainer. So he
Yeah,
got too much.
hoop. I'm
He
a
got too
golfer,
much
bro.
endurance for us. We don't play no more.
Trust
We
me when I
we
tell you,
golfers
Luke.
now.
Hey, game
We
the
gotta
three.
put him. We gotta let him get bird. We gotta let him go
Hey,
holler at bird.
game the 3. I got you.
You're
Anything
not gonna
past
beat me,
3,
Luke.
I'm dead.
You're not gonna beat me.
How tall are you, coach?
Huh?
How tall are you?
I'm 6 foot.
Oh, you a little nigga.
Hey, that shit. Hey, I can't
but
front.
no,
Hey,
but
Luke, I can't front. That shit cash. It's a
You gonna
different type
lose,
of cash.
Luke.
That
hey,
shit cash.
You gonna
okay,
lose, Luke.
cool. We'll talk about that when that live button go off. When you talk about, like I said, take it back to creativity. We just said earlier in the pod that if Kyrie played back then, they would call this nigga a wizard. They would hang him and put garlic and wood stakes in this nigga because they didn't know what the fuck he was.
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't happening then. Jordan brought creativity to the league, and that's why he was so great. Now everybody can be creative. Handling the ball and not turning the ball over, that's not creative. That's just doing what you're supposed to do. I seen what a creative guard came into the league and did to these guys. We talked about Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf. We talked about the Damon Stoudemires. We talked about the Allen Iversons, and they couldn't handle these guys. And the game has progressively grown since
Who
then.
can handle
So
them,
to
bro?
tell me John Stockton and these guys were more creative than today's basketball,
I didn't say they was more creative.
False.
Don't do that. I didn't say they was more creative. I just said he was creative.
You said the game is missing creativity.
The game today is missing creativity.
It's not missing creativity. It's missing the grit, the rivalries, the I don't like you. I want to beat your ass. That's what it's missing. Everybody is friends today. They lose and then they on social media next week in Italy living it up together. Draymond Green and LeBron is damn near best friends, and they are rivals. Like, that's the issue with today's basketball.
But that's
what I don't like about today's basketball.
But that's just being professional.
It's not.
At the end of the day.
It's not. I don't have
bad
to like
for entertainment.
you.
It's bad for entertainment.
I shouldn't like you. I'm trying to beat you. I don't have to like you.
No,
after we done playing, when we're both retired, we can.
Ain't no storyline. Why you think the numbers are down? Ain't no storyline.
What storyline you need other than play fucking basketball? Play ball.
Look, as much as we say get them old out of here, dog, it was nothing better than seeing New York, the Knicks versus the Bulls in the playoffs. Them type of things got us ready to jump in front of the TV and watch NBC on Sunday.
I do like
it's like now you like
be a regular season game. We excited.
Hold on. I got you right here. Everybody in the NBA community was ready for this Golden State Minnesota series. Why? Because of Draymond Green and Rudy Gobert. We wanted to see how that storyline unfolded. The fucking Indiana-Cleveland series, nobody give a fuck about that shit. Nobody watching that shit. It's just cool because it's on TV and we got to watch the playoffs. The games that we looking for have a storyline.
So you don't like
the games that we checking for have a storyline.
You don't like the Nuggets and SGA?
I love
that series?
It's a great game. It's great basketball, but it's not like
it's not headline.
I'm watching it. I'm watching it.
That joint
I'm
went
watching
hard.
It's hard to watch most teams.
It's great
just
basketball,
basketball, bro. Like half the time it's just pass the ball, pick and roll, isolation. Every team, every game.
And see that type of thinking. Playbook. That type of thinking is why
that ain't the thinking. That's what I'm watching on TV.
No, but you're watching good basketball on TV right now.
Pick and roll isolation. Pick and roll isolation.
It's
I'm not going to disrespect basketball, but would you say that what we saw from Boston in the last 2 games was great basketball? And Boston is to me, top 3 greatest team in the league right now. Maybe 1, but I'm gonna just say top 3 to clear the air. Do you think in the last 2 games from Boston, New York, that we saw great basketball out of Boston for 48 minutes? Don't tell me for the first half. For 48 minutes, do you feel like, I would show that tape to a kid to tell him how to win in the NBA? That was bad. when you missing that much, somebody got to reel you in and say, "Hey, you know what? Let's see if we can see a layup go in.
Popovich would let that shit
Let's see a
down?
lay go in. Let's see if we can get a back door real
They
quick."
gonna lose. They gonna lose how they play. Like they gonna play the same way. They gonna give you a B plus every night, and some nights they might give you an A. But on a B plus or they C days, when they go through their C moments, they might lose. They lost those two. It happens. But
they lost by being up by over 40 points total.
He asking, we not talking about the wins and losses. We said, is that good basketball to watch? Is that playing good basketball?
Like I wouldn't tell nobody to watch that Celtics tape and say, "Hey, pick out some good portions of this. This is how you win a game in the NBA." That was bad basketball.
To y'all, but for how they play, they move the ball, they share the ball, they shoot a lot of threes.
I don't believe you, and that's the thing. I do agree that Boston did that to get here and has been doing that. The last two games, I feel like they not getting threes within basketball. They just shooting.
Right. They playing with them. I
They
felt like
literally
they was
just shooting.
Hey, I felt like they was playing with them too and just crashed out. Like they
It's
playing
bad basketball.
So when you talk about the game of basketball now, and when you look at the Showtime Lakers versus Celtics and so on, it was storylines. They didn't like each other. I don't like you. You don't like me. Once we are done with basketball, we can chop it up. We can be cool. But that's what the game is missing. It's bad basketball. It's bad basketball on top of no storylines. So me, the viewer that grew up on the storylines of basketball, wanting to see the LeBron Kobe finals. What
storyline did you grow up on?
I watch, bro.
You got Mike.
You just said I'm the same age as you. You just said I'm the same age as you. So we grew up on damn near the same basketball.
You got Mike first three-peat. Then you got Mike coming back, losing Orlando when he came back, and then beat Orlando. That's a storyline in itself. Then you got the ushering in of the Spurs. Oh my God, this young guy coming into the league and he already in the finals and winning. Then you got the three-peat. Tim Duncan. Then you got the three-peat of the Lakers. Then you got the Detroit dynasty. Then you got, oh snap, this new young kid can't beat Detroit, but he cooking them, but he can't beat them. Then you got the storyline of him going to Miami. We've had storylines. This NBA right now don't have none. Zero. The biggest storyline is John Morant.
Well, stop talking about the same things. Stop talking about the same things. Talk about what's really going on. Because it's a lot of great things going on.
Too many people. Really nobody talked about Houston this year. That's nasty on the NBA. That's nasty on ESPN. That's nasty on them not talking about Detroit this year. I agree with you. But they not the storylines that's going to get views, and all these networks care about is views. These players got to be able to sell themselves.
But then you can't blame the players for something they don't want to do. They don't.
No, but that's why people watch the Warriors, because you want to see Draymond Green be the bad guy. You want to see, like, that's what the game is missing.
So then don't complain when he start being the bad guy.
I ain't complaining at all. I like that shit.
I mean,
I ain't complaining at all.
I don't complain. I take it for what it is.
Y'all niggas the crown Christian Laettner and them niggas and Shaq and Charles Barkley throwing fucking haymakers at each other, but when somebody else do it, y'all like, oh, it's not in the game of basketball.
I ain't like that. I'm way different. And I've been in the locker rooms.
As long as it don't get the malice in the palace, I'm cool. I'm cool with all that. As long as it don't go malice in the palace, I'm cool with all the I don't like you, you don't like me, and we gonna fight it out.
I mean, and that happens in the playoffs. In the playoffs,
it ain't happened yet.
I mean, you getting your pushes in the playoffs. It's a physical. Y'all letting the physical. They've letting the physicality come back in the playoffs.
You ain't seeing nothing physical. This is all you seeing right here in the playoffs.
No, I will say, as nasty as the regular season, as nasty as the regular season was, that Detroit New York series ultra physical. That Orlando Boston series was pretty physical. The refs been letting that shit go this playoffs, though.
Right.
You look at the city. It's a gritty city, right? That's what they expect out of them two cities, Detroit and New York. New York is playing gritty basketball, and they're winning.
Okay.
Boston is playing finesse shit.
No matter, you could turn on any game on TV It's the same sets, the same shit.
I try
Somebody
not
get
to
the
believe
roll,
it, but it is a fact.
pick and roll. Let me get some mismatch. Everybody spread out, ISO.
But that's
Every
basketball.
team,
It's not bad.
there's
That's
no
not the
set. No,
basketball
it's
we grew
not.
up
I
on,
watched
bro.
So
Kobe
what
Bryant run
basketball
a
y'all looking
triangle
for?
for
Hold on. So what
years,
basketball y'all
bro.
looking for? What
I
basketball
watched
y'all
Kobe
looking
Bryant run a triangle for years and was successful with it.
for? So you want to see the triangle?
It ain't about it being the triangle. It's just sets to get open and not ISO ball from every team. Because it
Okay.
just
Everything is
look nasty.
ISO.
So we was
That's
talking
why
about, but we was talking about, remember what y'all was talking about when y'all was saying today's players is better than back in the day's players. So I gotta help y'all when we get
the
to talk about this
players are
stuff.
better. I didn't say the coaching was better.
Hold on. This ain't the coaching now. This ain't the coaching. The coaches,
Sets is all coaches.
Hold on. The coaches understand that these motherfuckers can't run these type of sets. The IQ ain't there to run these kind of sets, and they can't move. They're not fundamentally sound to even move that far to even fathom.
We see Golden State do it.
Oh, hold on.
So you can't
talking
say
about,
they're not
all right.
fundamentally
Let me
capable
help
of
you.
doing
Listen.
it when there's a team doing it.
Listen to me. You talking about a culture. You talking about a guy who's willing to sacrifice. You
Build
talking
the
about teams
culture.
who are willing to sacrifice. And let me just
You're
tell you, hold on.
saying the same thing that we're saying. The culture isn't being built to where you have this type of coaching.
And that's
These
the
coaches,
connection.
these young coaches,
So again,
this young coach from Boston is looking like, I want to keep my job. I want to keep making the money that I make. I'm not going to ruffle no feathers. So if my star player wants to run a pick and roll and shoot a three that he shouldn't be shooting, I'm going to let it happen.
No, Missoula can coach his ass off till you tripping. Missoula gonna coach defense and effort.
That's cool. He can coach his ass off, but them coaches are expendable.
No, they're not.
Players are not. They're not. The coaches are not.
Coaches
They're
are
not.
not
There's not no Phil Jacksons no more in the
Who
league to
told you
where
that?
he can
Steve
do what the
Kerr's
fuck
right
he
there.
want to do.
Steve Kerr's
How
right
many
there.
coaches Phoenix went through?
But how many
Man, these
coaches?
coaches are
Look at the coaches
expendable,
they
dog.
keep getting. Look at the
They
coaches
get the
They're
upper echelon. They
expendable.
got they got a championship caliber Frank Vogel. They got a championship caliber. Didn't they get Bud, Coach Bud?
Now, what did I say the game was
They
missing?
got championship caliber coach.
What
What
did
do you
I say the
mean?
game was missing? I said the
You
game was
said
missing
creativity.
right? So then you brought up the coaching part. And let me tell you a coach who brought creativity into the game, and then you don't hear about him no more. His name was Mark Jackson, right? He brought all the creativity and something new that's still changed the game, right? And we're still not seeing more of that come in. The game is missing that.
They don't allow coaches to ruffle the feathers now, and that's why Mark Jackson is not a coach. He ruffled the feather. I think he should be a coach. I would love for Mark Jackson to be a coach.
But hold on.
Think it's the coach's fault. I don't think they ever just learned how to play basketball. They probably been playing high school and college the same way. You can go turn on their high school tape, and they probably was the same thing. I don't think they know how to play. They know how to play.
Billy,
but
you
know how
are
to play.
1,000% correct. Billy, let's talk about college
We
basketball.
stopped teaching the game long time ago.
Let's talk about college basketball. If you look at the staffs, most of the staff all look the same. They all look the same. So the creativity is definitely not going to be in college basketball. That's where the most wasted talent is going to be and the biggest disconnection in basketball. When I look at college basketball, I hate to say it like this, but I see a lot of weak-ass men that want to control everything and complain about everything instead of letting the game evolve and create and have more. Like it's so much talent out here. Y'all have no idea.
But when they looking at their heroes and the guys right before them, that's what the younger generation of NBA stars is showing them. That's what they showing them how to act. College player
guess
is
what? But you're
and you
not
take it
getting,
back to the GOAT conversation. That's why these new players will never be put into that conversation because they're playing the game the way that they're playing it. They'll never be that top 5, top 10 is probably solidified for at least another 50, 60 years. I won't see it change.
No, I won't say that because LeBron is right there.
Wemby a beater.
Wemby knees and feet got to hold up. Them 7'4", them 7'4" dudes don't have a great track record of knees and feet holding up.
They don't. But LeBron got a shot and Steph got a shot of changing that.
They already in the top 10.
No, we were saying top 5.
I'm telling you that the top 10 is pretty much solidified for the next 50 to 60 years. Because the game of basketball won't allow the way that they play the game today. Can't hear you, BG. The game of basketball won't allow them to meet that.
Wow, Joker right there. Joker right there. Joker got
Joker. I don't think Joker right now, career wise, has a top 10 career.
Not if you get another championship, that could change real quick.
You got to get it.
He get another championship, that could change really, really quick.
I mean, that's opportunity. There's gonna be players come along.
Yeah.
You let Luka get a cup under his belt. You know, he gonna be in that conversation.
I don't think Luka getting a championship.
Can't hear BG, but you know.
You muted yourself?
Yeah. I said he was muted and we couldn't hear. I seen him talk.
I see him talking. But
My bad.
Pass this curfew.
No, it's 3:30, man. I brought y'all in here to scream about Kobe, LeBron, and Jordan, and we did quite a bit of it, dog. But we talked good hoop today, man. It was good being around some people that I know. Every single person on the panel today knows basketball. Every single person I know on the screen has played basketball at a high level. Some of us was trash. Luke,
where you at, Luke?
Some of us was trash. Z.
San Antonio.
You said, "Hey, chill out, bro. Don't do that."
You know, I'm joking. I know y'all both killers on the court. I got to talk my shit. Come on, y'all. Before we get out of here, man, I'm gonna leave the floor to y'all. I know that we didn't come to an agreement on our top 3, but again, it's always good debating sports with my guys.
Always.
What you got for me, Luke?
Like I said, man, I'm gonna end it with my GOAT James. You can debate everybody else. It's nothing that anybody can say that could take him out of that top spot for me. That's just me. It's always been that way. I've been a LeBron fan since he came into the league, and watching him play the game of basketball, and then not only watching him play the game of basketball, hearing people players talk about how he plays the game of basketball and how great his basketball mind is. I don't ever think we'll see nobody like him again, bro. So I'm gonna leave it at that.
Well, I don't even want to say I don't think we'll never see that, because Steph is knocking at the door right behind.
Steph about to retire, bro. Steph 37.
So
with a hamstring injury.
They right behind each other, and they doing great things. They doing crazy things. So we really can't say that. We really can't say that. We just don't know. I'm just thankful that I'm in a place where I can appreciate everything they're doing for the game.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And I'd rather just let the chips fall where they may at the end before I give judgment, because they're that great and they deserve that. They deserve me saying, hey man, these brothers are balling, and I just want to see them go out on top. That's all I want to say before I even give any judgment on what.
But it's hard, man. You say that, but it's very hard to go out on top. There's only been a couple people that went out on a championship ring.
Right, the great ones. The great ones do it. The great ones do it, brother.
Hey, boy, he said I was a hockey player.
You do look like PK. You do look like PK Subban.
You do got a nice little Subban look to you right now.
I ain't gonna lie, boy. I'm fighting for life, boy.
All right, dog. Go ahead, Z, dog. About an hour ago, I thought you was gonna fall asleep. Go ahead, dog.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Listen, we can't do this again like this. This late, boy. I'm 37, man, but I got kids and a family, man. Me and Billy supposed to be on this whole cussing each other out, arguing. I don't think we would at each other like one time. We ain't had no debate, but just sides drinking. So I told you my GOAT LeBron, but I also understand why people goats Mike and Kobe and everybody else in that realm, man. But I just wish we can just play the field across the board. Like the same way we pinpoint things about LeBron that's pinpointed to Mike and Kobe. If we're gonna say it's rings, then we need to keep it across the board. It's not about how you win the rings, it's about who got the ring. So If we're gonna talk about it, let's talk about it in that form. But I ain't even gonna lie, boy. My right eye. Hey, this big.
Hey,
Look at this mother.
Z might hit that bag go straight to him.
Hey,
Ain't no TikTok scrolling.
His life over there, dog.
Ain't no TikTok scrolling, man. He going
Hey,
straight to shit.
I swear, bro. Look, bro. I can't even focus, but look at that right eye, boy. I swear that be hurt, boy. That be hurt.
Hey, Billy, this episode happened because of you, because of how insane you was talking last week on the episode. So it's only right you get the floor last. What you got?
So I'll mention my top 3 again: Jordan, Kobe, LeBron.
You said it
I
backwards.
think we just
said it backwards.
No, you said LeBron, Kobe, Jordan last time.
Jordan, Kobe, LeBron.
No, you said Kobe, Jordan, LeBron.
Nah.
No, that's Luke. Luke, the one that got LeBron, Kobe, Mike.
He don't got LeBron in his top 3 at all.
No.
Nah, Luke do.
No,
No,
not
yeah,
Luke. Coach, my bad.
Coach.
Coach don't got LeBron. He got Kareem, Bill, and goddamn Robert Horry.
So
I
I
got
think
MJ, Kareem, Kobe.
Okay.
I think that the biggest difference is what we all value. You know, my goal post is the main goal, championships. And on the way to getting this championship, your legacy, how you got it, your awards and your achievements, and what you brought to the table to get it. I'm already gonna throw all the old niggas out. So hey, I'm gonna look at those championships.
It's old ones that got more.
I'm throwing them out. I ain't seen none of them play. I ain't putting them nowhere. Like, so, you know what I'm saying? All right, this is the number 1 championships because that's why you play. All right, what's the impact of you getting there? You can't be a Robert Horry and not have an impact. So, and that's just my value. Championships first, and your impact getting it. And that's why I got Jordan, Kobe, LeBron.
At the end of the day, I think we can all agree we debated on nothing but great players today.
Yeah.
I'm glad nobody went out on the limb and said people that don't even belong there. Some names got thrown out there that was a little off, but for the most part, we know we was talking about greatness, dog. We was definitely talking about greatness, dog. I appreciate y'all for coming through. It's 3:38 in the morning, dog. I'm tired.
I'm talking part 2. Shit.
Episode 27, dog. I holla at y'all. BG, what we talking about? Peace.